featuring Barbara's travel tips, medical tips from Dr. Comrie, Caribbean news, weather, and entertainment. Sit back and relax. Drive time, every time.
What's the time is this? Driver, don't stop at all.
What's the sense in sharing this one and only life? Ending up just another lost and lonely one.
Hurry, step right up. See the sun is showing town for only 50 cents.
Hear the children crying. Hear the children crying. Saying, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Saying, let's get together and feel alright.
Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy your short vacation. This is the Drive Time Radio Show.
It's good over evil. War is not the answer, cause only love can conquer. Right now, rhythm well I. Rhythm wild.
Dancing and chilling sometime, sipping on name brand wine. System my bunks and the bags of flow. Ain't nothing like good old damn soul fight. Where the music is just as sweet as the wine, and folks will sing to every night. Always that one song that stays on your mind. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the phone, order at a friend. Gotta share this with someone. Was one of them nights, no special place to go. Thought I might as well head home. The crowd at a corner made me pull over to the sweetest little vibe in a while. Select up played everything. Yeah, I didn't realize it was morning. Ain't nothing like good old damn soul vibe. Girl, the music is just as sweet as the wine, and folks do the same. Always got one song that stays on your mind. Yeah. One drink led to another. Hot girl made her intro. Wasn't afraid to say it straight. She popped down. So we don't know how it got when dollars now run. Extension was added to her fun. And every time I thought I had my fill, till that time come with another kill. And one move us, can't move right now with the move. Ain't nothing like good old damn soul vibe. Where the music is just as sweet as the wine, and folks would say always that one song that stays on your mind. Dancing and chilling sometime, sipping on name brand wine. System my bunks on the vibes of flow. Ain't nothing like good old damn soul vibe. Where the music is just as sweet as the wine, and folks would sing to every night. Always that one song that stays on your mind. Yeah, I'm gonna pick up the phone, holler at a friend. Gotta share this with someone. Was one of them nights, no special place to go. But I might as well head home. A crowd at a corner made me pull over to the sweetest little vibe in a while. Select a play, baby, play. I didn't realize it was morning. Ain't nothing like good old damn soul vibe. Where the music is just as sweet as the wine, and folk will sing to every line. Always that a one song that stays on your mind.
Right on, there is right on.
Ain't nothing like good old dancehall vibe. Where the music is just as sweet as the wine.
Show this Saturday afternoon. Welcome to the Drive Time Radio Show. It's a wet Saturday afternoon, and we're here this afternoon. This is Barbara. Yes, I'm still waiting on Spread Love Bobby, but I will take you on through the course of the itinerary for a Drive Time Radio Show. Of course, you must listen to us each and every Saturday, and you can call your friends and your family and tell them right now to tune into the Drive Time Radio Show. Of course, you can listen to us on the internet at drivetimeradioshow.com, or even on your cell phone or your smartphone or your dumb phone, and you must dial 213-992-4219. 213-992-4219, or you can listen to us on the radio on your AM dial, WPAT 930 AM. And of course, we have all those social media sites that you can listen to us on Facebook at Drive Time Radio 930. And you can, there's a host of other social media sites that I will be telling you about during the course of the show. And of course, this afternoon we have a packed show. Of course, you must listen to Barbara's Travel Tips, where I will give you more information on traveling and the reasons why you should travel. It's not only because you want to feel like you want to feel like you're rich, no, or you feel like you have some money, or you work some overtime and you said let's take a vacation. It's for health reasons also. So this afternoon we will discuss more on Barbara's Travel Tips. Of course, the news and sports will be at 3:30 p.m. and of course this week we have Discover Jamaica. Yes, we will have Discover Jamaica at 3:45 p.m. And you know what is good about the Discover Jamaica this week? Why you must listen to Discover Jamaica feature? We will be featuring one of the main attractions that we will visit while we're on that come along. The come along is September 17th to the 22nd of 2015 in September. So I want everyone to mark it on their calendar, September 17th to the 22nd. And of course, Mayfield Falls is one of the main attractions that we will feature, and that's in Negril. And of course, this afternoon at 3:45 p.m., we will be joined by the representative from Mayfield Falls. Of course, we must say thank you to our sponsor, the Jamaica Tourist Board, for sponsoring the Come Along each and every year. And it's becoming better and better as we go along. And of course, this next year, we will have, we expect it to be even better. And if you went on 2014 Come Along, try 2015. And those people who didn't go, don't let it be a secret. We will discuss it further. Of course, we have 4 p.m. Yes, we have Yanni Market. Yanni is back. So at 4 o'clock, Yanni will soothe you with not only the news about the products, the health products, staying healthy and getting the tummy down. Of course, a lot of women can get into that and relate to that. And of course, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So at 4:45 p.m., we will tell everyone why you should do self-examination and you should do the mammogram. And when we say breast cancer awareness, breast cancer is one of the diseases that really take the lives of a lot of women, and it's even taking the lives of men now. So once you're a human and you have breasts, we will be speaking to you this afternoon. And of course, we have the entertainment report at 5:05 p.m. and Dr. Comrie. And then, of course, Spread Love Bobby will be soothing you with his rock steady music. And he's here.
I've been here.
You've been here. So why are you so quiet?
I don't know. You were doing such a good job.
I was doing such a good job.
I was going to take the day off.
No. I can't compare to you, Bobby. I cannot compare to you. You have been doing this for how many years now?
Wow.
Yeah, unbelievable. You have been doing an excellent job. And
90
of course,
something.
this management and the other Drive Time Radio Show team, they really I've seen the good work that you have been doing, and even the listeners.
I appreciate that, Barbara. Thank you
So
for saying that. You should say that every week to me.
You see what I'm saying? They can't even take his word. So yes, thank you, Barbara.
I said thank you, Barbara.
Nothing else after that.
No, why not? I want to hear it. It don't feel good.
It don't feel
Barbara, good. I said, Barbara, you were doing such a good job. That didn't feel good.
Felt so good.
See, so
but I don't know if you're just saying that because you want me to continue or what?
No, because you are.
You want me to shut up? So this is coming from the boss himself. Maybe you want me to shut up.
See, I'm just me neither.
Oh gosh, but boy, I every Saturday, even if I'm not here at the beginning of the show, I miss you all. And of course, this is time when you're gonna tell everyone to give us a shout out and listen to the radio and call us anytime you feel like, except within the news. And call me anytime. Call Bobby and just tell him you're doing a horrible job.
That's it.
I'll tell him you're doing a good job. The number is 718-280-1511. And if you have people that would love to let the business be known that it's not a secret, they want to advertise. This is what we say. When nobody knows about the business that you're doing, it is called a secret. And if you want everybody to know about it, to make a lot of noise and you get a lot of business, and I help you to go to the bank, you must call us to advertise. The number is 718-280-1511. Advertisement only work. And if you have a business and you're advertising and it's not working, that means you're not the right person for the business. It's not that the advertisement is not working. And the customer service must be good too. I can tell you about customer service. Customer service is no good. No matter how much advertising you do, it won't work.
Absolutely. I walk out of places, Barbara. Sometimes I'll say I return it right there as I purchase it. I'll return it.
And you're purchasing it, you're paying for it, and you're thinking of, oh, am I going to return it? And you want to hear the return policy. And by the time you hear the return policy, you decide not to bother buy it.
See? So, I want to feel, if I'm spending my hard-earned money, I want to make sure that it's appreciated, because it can be spent anywhere else.
Right. So that's the reason why if you advertise on the radio and we endorse the product, that means we have to be satisfied with the service.
Sure. You got to have that follow through. Yeah, we got to put a stamp of approval on it, Barbara, as you said, and we'll bring the people to you, but take care of them when they come.
Take care of them. You have to take care of us here. We will take care of you. So I'm going to patronize you. So I have to be satisfied with the service, and then it's like a whirlwind for your business to be successful. So I'm gonna kindly shut up right now, and give Bobby to take over.
Well, I think we got a commercial to play. Yeah? No? All right. That's good. All right. So you know what, ladies and gentlemen, the day started out, and from last night, Barbara, there was a little drizzle outside last night, and then this morning started off with rain. And then, of course, the rain came full force in some places. And right now outside, it is sunny. It is bright and sunny. So no matter what the day brings, it's always a good day. All right. So I don't want anybody complaining and feeling like something is wrong. It's a good day and it's a beautiful day. You woke up this morning, so let's celebrate.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hurts my eyes, and something without warning, love.
You're locked into the Drive Time Radio Show with DJ Spread Love Bobby.
Then I look at you, and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me seemed impossible to face. When someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you and I know it's gonna be a lovely when the dead and lies ahead of me seemed impossible to face. And when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you and the world's all right with me. I just one look at you and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
And a lovely day it is indeed. Like I said, if you wake up in the morning and you do whatever you want in between, it's a good day. I want to remind everybody that you can check the Drive Time Radio Show all over the place. First of all, you can dial 213-992-4219 and you can listen to us on any phone. You can, of course, contact us. You can also listen at drivetimeradioshow.com and, of course, 9:30 a.m. WPAT. And, of course, reach out to us on Twitter, DriveTime 930, Facebook, DriveTime Radio Show, Instagram, DriveTime Radio Show, YouTube, drivetimeradioshow.com, and Ustream, drivetimeradioshow.com. So go ahead and try it. Even if you're listening somewhere else, check us out. Try another way to listen to us. Check us out on any of the of course, social media networks. Be friends with us. And yeah, do that. Friend us. Friend me now. Please. My name is Spread Love Bobby. We'll be right back. Drive Time Radio Show brought to you by, of course, Drive Time Vacations. 718-923-0055. That's 718-923-0055.
You got it locked to the Drive Time Radio Show and to all the other networks that's streaming us live right now. The RulerBrownNetwork.com, that's streaming us live out of Atlanta, Georgia. RockTheBox.net and Reggae Nostalgia, that's streaming us live out of South Florida. TheFlavorRadio.com, that's streaming us live out of Stone Mountain, Georgia. OneHarmonyRadio.com, that's streaming us live out of London, England. Scotchapy.com, that's streaming us live out of Ellenwood, Georgia. And 25thCenturyMedia.com, that's streaming us live out of Brooklyn, New York. So keep it locked and don't you go nowhere. This is the Drive Time Radio Show with your favorite DJ, Spread Love Bobby. This is the Drive Time Radio Show every Saturday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. WPAT 930 a.m. Listen live on the web at www.drivetimeradioshow.com. With your favorite DJ, Spread Love Bobby. You'll get a chance to hear Barbara's travel tips, health tips, news, and publicity. Listen for the hottest in reggae music, calypso, R&B. You can also win lots of prizes. On the Drive Time Radio Show, you can also discuss topics on health issues with a qualified health medical doctor, real estate, legal issues, immigration, travel news, food networks, and your top 10 music favorites. Call us to advertise your business at 718-280-1511. That's 718-280-1511. And if you want to chat on air, you can call us at 718-280-1511 or send your email to drivetimeradio@optonline.net. You can also listen live on your cell phone from anywhere in the world by simply dialing 213-992-4219. That's 213-992-4219.
Red Love Bobby!
I've been searching, but it's so hard to find
good loving and some peace of mind. I want a man where you have the golden touch, a man where make the rude girl blush and such. A rude wife is sent chill down the spine. The soft man them a big waste of time. Rude boy love, bad girl no wanna hands and glove. I wanna hear about.
Been so long, she been missing, tender out, clean and kissing, so she keep reminiscing.
No want a man to put it on and make me feel it.
We've been going for hours, so today she discovers that good boys make good lovers.
Me want a man to put it on and make me feel it. Listen, Mama used to tell me, say beware. Find yourself a husband with a job and a career. Get yourself a man that will take you anywhere. Get a man where you have money and will tell you yes dear. But the funniest thing happened to me sincere. Me meet a tuggy when no work anywhere. Him take me downtown, I'ma love it down there. Now me find myself a smoke and a drink all beer. Yo, him look hot when he here to him here. And when him upset, that show me same here. But he make it up part of the party revere. Cause he make me feel like me woulda back out me here. Yo, my swear.
Called friends and red lights called enemies. Caution signs called family. And flat tires called jobs. But if you have a spare the road to success is not straight.
What a way a boy like me.
A loop called confusion. Speed bumps called friends. And red lights called enemies.
Is my brother, my brother,
called family. And flat tires called jobs. But if you have a spear called determination and an engine called perseverance, with insurance called faith and the drive to make it, you'll reach a place called success. Red line, can you hear me? I want you to get to you then.
Yo, star, this a murder.
When I get to you for life. Yo,
I cannot forget where I come from. No amount of money can change. Man, still blaze the skunk, but some believe they get rich and don't come. But I won't forget my roots, cause I don't worship money, that's not what counts. Kill or be killed, so I have to buy my house on the hill. I've been through struggles and wars. I man survive it with just a few scars. Enough man dead, some gone behind bars. So right now, real ghetto youths don't fear police cars. Experience teaches knowledge. I graduated from the streets and college. Back when the one that we are share one sausage. So every now and then me have to send back a package. Where some said I cannot forget where I come from. No amount of money can change. Man, still blaze the skunk, but some leave they get rich and don't come. But I won't forget my roots, cause I don't worship money, that's not what counts. Kill or be killed, so I am to buy my house on the hill.
So we know what we about bad mind people. All them actions, we no matter about that, cause we do good. Always try to go by evil. And a father God, how we back. Remember that we know what we about wicked hard people. I know I wish we see the little foot stop them on the flop. Good always try to go by evil. And a father God, how we back. Remember that the man God had protect us so we don't have any phobia. We no fear no evil, we no afraid of who no phobia. Enough of them are rubber, we know them by them older. But we no afraid of none of who no aisle or who no powder. No parchment, no yard with no cream soda. Can't prevent the rum chop off evil with a soldier. We not change out of the moda. No, we not do nothing with my man with the brother. So soldier, no worry about bad mind people. All them actions, we no matter about that. Cause we do good, always try to go by evil. And a father God, how we back. Remember that we know what we about wicked hard people. I know I wish we see the little foot stop them on the floor. Good always try to go by evil. And a father God, how we back. Remember that the
Musical messages coming down from Spice. She wants a rude boy love. Baby Sham with rude boy pledge. And then good over evil from Assassin. Good over evil. That's a great topic in this world today. But anyway, you know what? How many we got? I want to do Barbara's travel tips too. I want to do, you know what? Let's hold a commercial. Let's do some travel tips. Because of course, we're sponsored by, of course, Drive Time Vacations. And I heard Barbara talking a little bit earlier about that taking vacation and taking time off is a healthy thing to do. You ever notice when you go away and you come back, or even while you're there, sometimes when you take off, when you're leaving and you're making the plans, you start feeling good already. Then when you're there, it's like, oh, nothing to do but do whatever I want. And then you come back, there's like an energy, a charge.
Oh, yes.
You have a better mind state, a clearer vision of things that you have to do.
Refreshed.
Yep, absolutely.
Like you clean your house.
Yeah, you restart.
And it feels good.
Yeah, reset yourself. I like that.
So that is a good thing about traveling. And of course, we must hear from our sponsors, the Jamaica Tourist Board. Am I going to get that sponsorship greeting?
Oh, of course.
But in the meantime, until Bobby comes up with he gets the clarity, the mind clarity, you know, he needs a vacation. But he has been going out with us. So he's kind of, when I knew Bobby before, he was kind of hype on, always excited. But now that he has been with us and, you know, enjoying what traveling is about, not that he didn't know what it was about, but he didn't know how to relax. So now
true, Barbara. True. I would bump into you, but I'd be on the go. Sometimes I'd see Barbara in the airport. All right, Barbara, hey, morning. Or calling Barbara or getting Barbara in the airport to fix an issue with something that I had. Barbara, can you set me up and put me on another flight, please?
Actually bought the tickets from the airline.
Right.
And sometimes they're overbooked.
And I needed help.
You get there late. But now you start getting to places early now.
You see that? You like that, huh?
Yes, I like that.
No plane can't leave me again.
Nothing leaves you. Not even the food.
No, never that.
Never that.
Never that, Barbara.
He's at the restaurant on time. He's at the airport on time. Oh boy, I have to give you a gift. What gift am I gonna give you? I'm fishing.
A watch.
A watch? No, but you've been doing good.
Oh, all right.
You might need to upgrade the watch from Timex to
Rolex.
to Rolex.
I need other letters in front of my X.
Not Timex.
No, I don't want.
People still wear Timex.
Timex, yeah, man, I see Timex. Timex still has. They make brand new watches, Barbara.
Brand new watches.
They keep up with it. We know that Michael Kors and all these people is
trying to start to make watch. And, you know, they're making pocketbooks. And
right. When Timex make watch, that's what they do.
Timex is a watch people.
That's
Citizen.
Right. Citizen. Boulevard. All of them. But I don't want. I want Rolex. They make watch too. Give me a Rolex.
But Rolex, you have to send it back for servicing and all of that.
But Rolex is considered the best timepiece.
I know.
They didn't call it watch. They call it timepiece.
Timepiece. Your cell phone do the same job.
True.
Of course, you're gonna play my intro.
Absolutely. Barbara's Travel Tips. No, let's say Barbara's Travel Tips is brought to you by the Jamaica Tourist Board.
There's a small part of our island that everyone knows, but there's a whole country that people come to know and always come back to. This is the undiscovered Jamaica. It's a country of mountains and waterfalls and rivers and Jamaicans. Come roam our hills and explore our heritage. Come hear reggae where reggae was born. It's a Jamaica that's more unique, more inviting, more intense. Yes, it's a road less traveled. And that's exactly the point. Come explore the other side of Jamaica. Our Jamaica. Feel alright.
Wow, the other side of Jamaica. And that's you listen to that, the ad, and you hear how calm it is. how relaxing it is. That's what we want. That's how we want you to feel when you start traveling, wherever you might want to go, wherever your destination is, wherever your choice is. And if you don't have a choice, you can give us a call at 718-923-0055, and we will assist you to make that decision. Because one of our goals here at Drive Time Vacation is not only to sell you a vacation, it's for you to enjoy the vacation and come back and recommend that destination or speak to your friends and family and really feel excited, and you perform well at work, and your goals in life starts to change, because then you start to plan for another vacation. And that's what we do best here at Drive Time Vacation. And that's what boosts my ego here, for you to be satisfied. And if you're not satisfied, if you go on a vacation, which I haven't seen anyone for years now come back and tell me they are not satisfied. The only time they tell me is when they purchase their own vacation. So they come back to tell me, I don't want to purchase my vacation online anymore. I don't want my grandchildren to help me to plan it. I want you. Because they don't know what I want, and they just buy what they want, and then I'm not satisfied. So you tend to go along with the flow, because the family is going with that flow, and then you really don't get what you want. They might say they even book a wheelchair for you on the flight, and when you get there, there's no wheelchair, and they don't have you, and they're all out of wheelchair, and then there's a delay, and then there's a bad taste in your mouth, and it's a bad feeling. So we don't want you to have those experiences. So that's the reason why each and every Saturday afternoon we recommend that you call 718-923-0055. We know you have choices. You have multiple choices, but we know the best choice is speaking to someone with experience, and that's what I do best. I wear several caps, as I will let you know during the course of the show. I wear several caps, but I try to, whatever I do, I try to do it the best I can. That's the reason why I'm here, not to tell you only about the airfares and how cheap they are, or how expensive they are, because especially if you're planning to travel to the Caribbean for Christmas, it's not too late, but you do have a choice. You can go to any destination you want, but it's not going to be the price that you might want. A lot of us here, we would love to travel, and we call it cheap, but at this time in October, it is the availability, what is available, and what will suit my budget. Sometimes your budget is not big, and some people have small budget. What do you think about that, Bobby? Some people have a small budget, so they might want something that's not just airline tickets and a hotel without meals.
Right.
And when they get there, they realize that if they have to purchase the meals at the hotel, it adds up to more than if they just bought it all inclusive.
Right.
So you don't want to have that experience. That's the reason why we always recommend all inclusive. And if you don't have a lot of money and you plan to travel, for instance, December 12th, December 10th, and you want to experience what we here at the Drive Time Radio have experienced, and all the people that went on the Come Along have experienced, that's a vacation, a really planned vacation, and you get out of the room type and the upgrade and the suite and the newspaper delivered to you while you're on the trip, and a fully stocked bar. You have cool beverages, and at night you don't have to bring a bottle of water you have to purchase it on the street and bring that water in, and it's hot and you have to drink. No, we ensure that you have a refrigerator in the room, and it's cool beverages in the room, and we ensure that you can also go to guest services. Our guest services come to you and book you at the Italian restaurant or the Asian restaurant. We call it Chinese. Everything we call it Chinese, but it's actually Asian restaurant, or the Mediterranean restaurant, a mixture of Caribbean, a little flavor, and they call it Mediterranean. They find all kind of stuff to get you excited. And of course, a Japanese restaurant. So we will ensure that they will come to you. Guest services will see you in the lobby and ask you, would you like to dine with us? And tell you the attire. So you don't have to wait until you book it. Your children or grandchildren book it for you. And when you get there in your shorts, they tell you no shorts allowed. They do that. And you actually have to leave. or they tell you no hats allowed and you actually have to leave. So that's the reason why we ensure that whenever we book you at a hotel, we give you all the rules. You know, when you go on vacation, you don't take your whole entire wardrobe, so you have to pack the right stuff. So that's the reason why if you're packing a long dress, always makes sense to pack a black dress. Always for the ladies, pack a black dress. Always pack sandals. They will get away with. If you're taking a wig, I don't know how much you're gonna take. You might want to look different every day, but I would love an ear specialist to come on the radio and tell them what's the best wig to take, because I know, or what's the best ear attire. I don't know which one you might fit, what might fit you, but anyone from a beauty shop can give us a call, 718-280-1511, and tell us what's the best attire for ear. Okay, that's not my forte. So I need you to give us a call here at the Drive Time Radio Show. And of course, for those people who are listening and planning that vacation and confused what to do, give us a call to book it. It's 718-923-0055. Of course, I'm going to run down some airfare. It's $278 to Kingston, and that's round trip, and Montego Bay is $278. To Barbados, it starts from $398. To Grenada from $560, to Antigua from $575, St. Kitts from $586, and of course the Nassau, Bahamas starts from $198. And of course, if you need a weekend, a quick getaway, it starts from $398, and that's for 2 nights with airfare. Of course, Grand Cayman starts from $398, and Georgetown, Guyana starts from $498. And of course, I will be back in the 5 o'clock hour to give you more on Barbara's travel tips.
Thank you very much, Barbara. And we are heading to a commercial break and looking forward to more Barbara's travel tips. And don't forget, Dr. Comrie is coming up and Yanni is in the building. We don't just talk it, we walk it, we said it. So that's what's going to happen. Mr. Aubrey Campbell is not here. Let's run the commercial break, and then I am going to give you the no 3 minutes. Oh, okay, well maybe I'll try it. Mr. Aubrey Campbell is playing hooky today, ladies and gentlemen. So therefore, the news, of course, always heard here on the Drive Time Radio Show is right now. The government has allocated a Jamaica $115 million to fight the chick-V epidemic, which has taken over the island. The National Emergency Response Team, headed by Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller, and including the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, will attempt to destroy and remove mosquito breeding sites. The National Emergency Response Team will also pay attention to the various ports of entry and training of key first responders, including health workers, in respect for other diseases, including Ebola. Coming out of a high-level ministerial meeting this week, training of the, I'm going to get it right, this is not Aubrey, training of the other stockholders, including immigration officers, custom officers, and the air and seaport workers will be intensified. Remember maybe a month, maybe 2 months back? And I asked you who and which was the deadliest animal in the world? I'm just saying. St. Vincent and the Grenadines and St. Lucia are getting help to repair damages caused by the Christmas rains of 2013. Both countries will get a $45.5 million from the European Union. This is the second portion of help from the United Union, which gave Euro 1.4 million in emergency humanitarian assistance immediately following the disaster. The Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry wants to stand by agreement with the International Monetary Fund, IMF, as the country grapples with an ailing economy. The private sector organization is suggesting that it calls a hybrid approach with the US-based financial institution. Former president of Haiti, Jean-Bertrand Aristide, remember him? Was this week placed under modified house arrest while investigations continue into his handling of the government in the 1990s. Aristide is being investigated for drug trafficking, embezzlement of public funds, and money laundering. An arrest warrant could be issued by the court at any time. So far, protests over his arrest have been peaceful. Maybe they'll come for George Bush with his activities as well. Sorry. Prime Minister Ralph. I'm just saying. Anyhow, Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves has been discharged from the hospital in Cuba 10 days after he arrived in the Spanish-speaking Caribbean nation to receive treatment for a leg injury that the 60-year-old leader from St. Vincent and Grenadines announced his release in a call to his party's radio station Thursday night. He told listeners that he is doing well after dinner with the island's ambassador to Havana, Dexter Rose. Gonsalves said he was staying in a protocol house. He left for Havana in an air ambulance on September 22nd, one day after his office announced that an injury to his right rectus femoris had seriously affected his mobility. I'm going to ask Dr. Comrie what that is. Yes, right, Barbara, yes. Wait, his right rectus femoris. Femur. So femur is the big bone, right? That's the biggest bone in the body. See, I remember something. And then rectus must be somewhere near the bottom. Yeah, don't mess with your rectus. But in sports, ladies and gentlemen, West Indies men will be hoping for a better result in their second tour match against India on Sunday. The first opening match of the West Indies were beaten by 9 wickets. West Indies 148 from 38.1 over India A. 149 for the loss of 1 wicket. In English Premier League soccer action today, struggling Liverpool escaped with a 2-1 win over West Bromwich. And I'm sorry, let me get that right. West Bromwich, Albion, and Burnley scored in an injury time to draw 2-2 with Leicester City. Commonwealth Games and IAAF, or IAAF, which they call it, Diamond Trophy champion. Khaleesi Spencer is the only Jamaican named in the short list of 10 female and 10 male athletes for the IAAF 2014 World Athlete of the Year Award. All right, well, we're in it. And I am not Aubrey Campbell, and that was the news. Next week, Aubrey Campbell will be back. I don't know where he is. He's playing hooky, and we don't mind. Sometimes when you're listening to Barbara's travel tips, even when you got to work, you just take off. Drive Time Radio Show, of course, again, brought to you by Drive Time Vacations. 718-923-0055. 718-923-0055.
Tired for go to Jamaica on a borrow people car.
Is you again, Barbara?
Are you traveling to Jamaica, Kingston, or Montego Bay? Book that car rental online at drivetimevacations.com or call them at 718-923-0055.
Tell them again, Barbara. Tell them again.
You have to book it online, drivetimevacations.com. Or if you don't want to use a computer, call them at 718-923-0055. Them are expert on the car rental thing, you know.
Amen.
With Digicel, every day's payday. Send Digicel minutes to your family in Jamaica and they get double bonus credit every day. Yes, every day when you send $20 or more worth of Digicel credit. And from Friday to Sunday, they get triple the bonus now when you send just $27 or more. Yes, triple the credit on weekends. See, it's a payday every day with Digicel. Stay connected with your loved ones back home. Send credit today to Jamaica from any authorized retail location or online at www.digicelgroup.com. Conditions apply.
In the center of Outares, Jamaica, there is Columbus Heights, Jamaica's private luxury condos and apartments, from studios, 1 bedroom and 2 bedrooms. Plan that family reunion, wedding, vows renewal, or birthday celebration in true exotic garden style. Come, nestle with us. Columbus Heights. It will be a vacation dream come true. Call 718-923-0055.
Are you looking to buy a house in Georgia? Want to sell a house in New York? Have apartments for rent in Brooklyn? Call Cliffs Enterprise Corporation at 347-661-8602. Cliffs Enterprise Corporation is a licensed real estate broker in the state of New York. So call Cliff now at 347-661-8602. That's 347-661-8602. Call now for all your real estate needs.
The party is in 2 days, Sylvia. You have no time to design and print our invitations. What should we do?
Go to Brooklyn Printers at 1087 Utica Avenue between Beverly Road and Clarendon Road, or visit them on the internet at brooklynprinters.com. They will also do flyers, posters, church programs, funeral programs, business cards, t-shirts, wedding invitations, and all types of printing needs. Call them at 718-629-1454. That's 718-629-1454. That's 718-629-1454. And don't forget to mention the Drive Time Radio Show to get your discount. Satisfying the community for more than 25 years. Brooklyn Printers. Call them at 718-629-1454.
And thank you to all the sponsors. And of course, as we said, we will send the people to you. Your job is to make those people happy. Customer service is a must. Music from Yellow Man coming on the Drive Time Radio Show. It's 3:47 p.m.
Hey, special request to all Earthman. Special request to all Earthman. You live a Kingston, you live a Singleton. Continue this and one it a big number one. To you. This one dedicated to you. Dedication to our nation, you know. I said to you. This one dedicated to you. You and God knows who. Do it, yeah. Hey, God, this a herb man smuggling. But this a herb man smuggling. The era explode. It happened down the lane. Me take a stop, it was a ganja plane. Me and my girlfriend when name all catch out with ears and we hear the siren. Police in a blue and soldier in a green. I'm up with M1 and M16. They take it at the green. They set the pilot. They look up after that. They fire no shot. John was said the pilot in it from the spot. They look up the plane was some ganja. Tago boy. Whoa. It a go bun. And that it a go bun. Whoa, it's a bubble. Well, watch out, man. Hey, yeah. The doctor said it no hurt nobody. The doctor said
music for the new world. The new world order. Marijuana will be legal. And suddenly something that everyone fought against, it will be nothing but what it is, natural. At least that's my prediction. But again, you know, don't listen. You don't want it legal? What? It wouldn't do anything. No, I don't think so. You know what, Ken? You know what? Let me talk. You know what? I'm going to Jamaica right now. Barbara, can we go to Jamaica? Can we discover Jamaica?
Oh, definitely. And of course, that trip take off next year, 2015. For those people who are listening, the Discover Jamaica trip is sponsored by the Jamaica Tourist Board. And of course, we will be visiting different attractions. And one of the main attractions we'll be visiting is Mayfield Falls, and that's in Negril, Jamaica. And of course, this afternoon for the Discover Jamaica segment, we will be joined. We are joined by the representative from Mayfield Falls. His name is Damian Willis, and of course he'll be here to give us more information about the attraction itself and all the exciting things that it has to offer, along with the health privileges that it has to offer also. So Bobby and I We will have an on-air experience, and of course, you will be sitting in your homes and in your cars, and you will listen to us and listen to Damien.
Damien, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
First thing I want to say is thank you for taking the time to come on the show and to educate our listeners about another place in Jamaica, another falls. Although people are wrapped around one particular fall in Jamaica, there is the original Mayfield Falls.
Sure, there is. You're most welcome.
So can you give us, first of all, tell us where it is located in the island and any information you can about the falls itself?
Well, first to begin with, Mayfield Falls is centrally located between Jamaica's two major tourist destinations, which is Montego Bay and Negril. It's an hour-and-a-half drive from Montego Bay, and it's an hour-and-a-half drive from Negril. So we are centrally located. And the Mayfield Falls, well, we are more into nature. It's a ecotourism destination. Very exciting, has a lot of fun and laughter, courteous customer service. So we are really into ecotourism at its best.
So when you say ecotourism, so you're saying when we go there, it would be a place like not of modern, not with buildings all over the place. It will be as if we are in a preserved area, natural plants, flowers, everything just surrounded.
Everything, yes. Ambience is great when it comes on to the nature side. Now, we have like bamboo huts. There's a restaurant and bar, dining area, restroom facilities. And then on the waterfalls, you have like 21 different swimming pools on your way up, all natural swimming pools. And just to mention, the water has 16 minerals in it, which is very good for even like sunburn. It soothes your skin.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, can you tell me now what are first? Let's get into business of it now. Days of operation, hours of operation.
Well, we are open from 10 until 5 every day, including public holidays. We even open on Christmas Day. Yes.
Nice. And you know something?
So they actually cook Christmas dinner at the restaurant?
Sure, we do.
Along with black cake?
Yes, yes, along with black forest cake.
Okay.
Okay. And we are tailored towards clients' needs. So for instance, if there is even a wedding group that requests that setting, we have that available as well. So anything that a guest should request, we always try our uttermost best to satisfy their needs.
So the weddings, you said that's interesting that you do settings for weddings. Is it outdoor under a tent or you have an enclosed reception?
Outdoor.
Outdoor.
Outdoor under a tent, and we have enclosed area should in case of the weather, like rain, but mainly it is outdoor. And we have a beautiful lawn with natural wildlife there. We try to nurture that to the best of our ability.
So you can actually do the ceremony and the reception at the same one site?
Sure. We have had groups before similar, like that request that type of setting.
How many people? What's the capacity of the Enva area?
The capacity, we can host a group up to 400.
Wow.
That's the capacity. Yes, up to 400. The most we have had at once is like 370 persons. That's the most. Yes.
I'm sure our listeners are saying, right now, because there are a lot of people that's planning.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I think one of the best things, Barbara, is that next year the Drive Time Radio Show come along, that we're going there. And I love discovering places that I've never been. And I have never been there. And as I say to people, Jamaicans, sometimes you're in Jamaica and you don't take advantage and you don't see everything that there is to offer.
True.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah,
So
there's
to have
so
heard
many
that
places.
many times from Jamaicans.
Yeah. So I'm looking
I
forward
guess
to
maybe
it.
because of our schedule.
Yeah, that too, of course.
I'm really looking
Yeah.
forward to it. And you say you're into natural stuff, it's ecotourism, and you have fruit trees, and so at that time when we were coming in September, they have mangoes there. And what type of fruit trees you have?
Yes, sure. So whenever guests visit Mayfield during a special season, they are greeted with a taste of that season. Which, for instance, if they visit Mayfield in a season where there's a lot of mangoes, they get a taste of mangoes. Apple varieties. So there are all the species, all the varieties of fruits that are in Jamaica. You can find it at Mayfield Falls. So whenever there's a season, our staff normally no extra charge. They will pick them and allow them to taste Jamaican fruit.
Okay, so you have, let me go over. You said you had 21 natural pools.
Yes.
And how about the
Yes, we
mineral? You have mineral pools still on site?
Well, the minerals are in the water.
Or in the
already.
water?
Well,
Yeah.
the minerals are in the water. 16 minerals.
So just touch the water, Barbara. That's it. All you have to do is touch the water. But jump
So they
in and
relieve
submerge yourself.
those minerals release pain, and those people suffering from arthritis, not that, and have knee problems.
Yes.
It's known for that.
We have had guests. Yes, we have had guests from time to time. Sunburn, arthritis, backache. They said whenever they visit Mayfield and go in those pools, they feel a relief.
So it's a natural relief.
That's a popular word of our guests. They feel a relief. Their skin feel more smoother. The sunburn, it don't burn that much anymore because of the minerals in the water. It's very good.
Excellent.
Well, Barbara, make sure you dip yourself. I'm gonna soak.
And another thing, the inspiration for the Mayfield Falls sprang from its founder's passion for nature. She has always said her dream is to turn Mayfield into a world-class ecotourism destination. So with this goal in mind, we always try our ultimate best to strive for such greatness.
Give thanks. Damien, I greatly appreciate the information, and I hope
Damien will be back with us in a couple of weeks.
Good, perfect. We'll go over it again.
We will continue, because I think that he has to speak to us more about the rainforest and the natural environment and the different types of trees that's there for health reasons.
Sure.
Sure.
All right. Beautiful.
Mayfield is situated in a natural rainforest. It is behind the Dolphin Head Mountain.
You see.
Yes, and we have like 52 varieties of ferns. A lot of wildlife exists within that area.
All right.
So of course, Damien, you will join us on the next interview, and we will discuss. I'm sure I sent you the dates, but you will join us to tell our audience, grace the platform of Drive Time Radio Show actually, and give them more information on this. It must no longer hidden secret, the Mayfield Falls.
Okay.
Thank you, Damien.
Well,
enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you too for coming.
And hey, go jump in one of the pools, man, and keep yourself nice and healthy and fit. All right, sir. Take care. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Damien Willis from, of course, Mayfield Falls. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing him. Looking forward to meeting him. And, of course, discovering Jamaica.
There's a small part of our island that everyone knows, but there's a whole country that people come to know and always come back to. This is the undiscovered Jamaica. It's a country of mountains and waterfalls and rivers and Jamaicans. Come roam our hills and explore our heritage. Come hear reggae where reggae was born. It's a Jamaica that's more unique, more inviting, more intense. Yes, it's a road less traveled.
All right. Yeah. Born ready, ever ready. Good to have my friend back in the place.
We just in God, our blessings never From I was a youth growing up, I've learned the golden rule. Yes. To give the thanks and praise and show respect to folks along life's way. To share the gift of life and live upright. Endeavoring day by day to do what's right. Now that I have grown to be a man, my faith in Jah has made me strong. So even when this world comes tumbling down, I know my foundation is on solid ground. And even when the storm clouds are gathering around, I know there's a brighter day yet to be found. Oh, God is my shield and my fortress, yes, my refuge in times of distress. Temptations come our way every day, trying to lead us astray. But if we just and pray and obey, I know God will make a way. Yeah, yes. We must share the gift of life and live upright, endeavoring day by day to do what's right.
That's right, people. Pleasant good afternoon.
To live as one, open creation.
I'm telling you, giving thanks and praise to the Most High each and every day, each and every way. Just really DJ Yanni Market is open again.
From I was a youth.
Gotta say thanks to Spread Love Bobby, Miss B. Gotta say hi to the entire family, Father Ken, Sidney, the whole crew. We also have a Ras in the house. Gotta say big up to the Rasto. Hey. Oh, yeah, I'm here over here, so the Ras are going with enough things. But in the meantime, it's yours truly, DJ Yanni, of course. These are some of the songs that gave me the inspiration, the strength, the courage to go through life, even when the things are really, really down. And I tell you the truth, ladies and gentlemen, music sometimes focus you in the right and the perspective. And of course, we're going to play another song. This is Thriller You. And he's talking about a redemption story and some of the things that you got to do when you want to redeem yourself. A pleasant good afternoon. Welcome to Drive Time Radio. Yanni Market is open. And now for our musical prayer. The voice of Thriller You. Pleasant good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Drive Time Radio.
You'll never lose or be confused whenever you're walking with the Father by your side. He'll be your light, he'll be your guide, and he will always be the most precious prize. Yeah, I sing a song of glory and I tell redemption story, cause I know that he will be there for you. Yes, I know he'll do. I'll sing a song forever and I'll never say never, cause when he calling me, I'll do what he asks me to.
And come again one more time. Once again, the voice of Thriller You. Says when God calls on him, he will do what God asks him to. There's certain things that you've got to do to live this redemption story. You've got to keep the faith. You also got to meditate. And also hold the faith, baby.
You'll never lose or be confused whenever you're walking with the Father by your side. He'll be your light, he'll be your guide, and he will always be the most precious prize. Yeah, I sing a song of glory, and I tell redemption story, 'cause I know that he will be there for you. Yes, I know he'll do. I'll sing a song forever, and I'll never say never, 'cause when he calling me, I'll do what he asks me to. Oh, so take your time, look for the signs. He will show you along your journey step by step. And meditate and keep the faith. 'Cause with the Father in your life, all things are great. I will sing a song of glory, and I'll tell redemption story, 'cause I know that he will be there for you. Yes, I know he'll do. I'll sing a song forever, and I'll never say never, 'cause when he calling me, I'll do what he asks me to.
That's right, baby. And he asked me to, Yanni, get up off your feet. They say wherever you fall, that's where you gotta get up. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, I've been off the air for a few months now, and I'm telling you, things did rough. I mean, when I was saying on the street, say, "Wow, things pop down." Man, whoa, my thing did pop down and ground and fall below that too. But yeah, man, faith and man, I tell you, courage and of course believing in the Father, and I'll always get up and start the day a brand new day. All right, but yeah, I tell you that there's a dread going on. The dread show me some things that is going on the radio. We have some new connections that you can tune into to Drive Time Radio. We are on Ustream. It's Drive Time Radio Show on Ustream. It's on YouTube. It's a Drive Time Radio Show on YouTube. Also, you can go into the chat room. Facebook, you can friend us at Drive Time Radio 930, or Instagram, it's Drive Time Radio Show, or Twitter, Drive Time 9:30 a.m. Wow. All right. So yeah, that is all the things set up and start out. Let's see if I can get that. Me still have my all background music. So everybody do. All right. Boy, I tell you, it feels so different, strange. I haven't been here in such a long time. But of course, as usual, I gotta say thanks to the Father. I also gotta big up the family. Gotta say hi to Cookie, and of course Amara and Avani, the kids. Ladies and gentlemen, my kids are growing so beautiful, so great. Avani is now, I call it kitty garden. She get up every morning, put on her uniform, and oh, by the way, I have to tell you this. My little girl have her best friend that she's been at the babysitter with, going to her little kindergarten school now. His name is Quinton, and she and Quinton do everything. I mean, I don't know. I might have to sit down that little boy and ask him his intentions, you know. But yeah, man, my little 4-year-old, her best friend is a guy, and them never hang out all day, every day, do everything, you know. And of course, my son, I gotta say big up to him. I'm so proud of my son. I mean, he's doing so well in math, and I can tell he's my son because he's excelling in math and English. I give him a fight. I don't know. I don't know how my mother forgot work out the English part. But yeah, man, Amar is doing well in 5th grade. And of course, there's so many other things going on. I want to talk about it all, but I only have a short space of time, so I want to kind of spread it out. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, the business is back. Yanni Market is back. We still have all the great products that we had before. We have the VitaGlow Beauty Mist. This is a beauty mist that is just spray it in your hair. It's an external vitamin that you spray it in your hair grow within a couple of weeks. You see your hair start growing, and it's all natural. All right, we also have the tonic that you drink. All right, you drink that and it works from the inside out. We have the extra for your pain, the joint pain. We're going to play all of those commercials. We have them all. I want you to write the number down. All right, the number to call 917-533-2576. And of course, you remember all my product go? It's poor people product. You know what I'm saying? You'd have to pay no $100, no $200, no $300 for my product. All right? Yeah, man, and it worked very well, very, very well. Also, by the way, for those people that are I've been without a car for a while. I was without a car for a couple of weeks, well, and I really feel it for those people that have to take cab and bus and even walk sometimes. Listen, if you're looking for a car, you call me. Hey, this number is going to be like the lotto number today. Write down the phone number, 917-533-2576. 917-533-2576. You can call that number, of course, if you're looking to buy a car, if you're looking to sell a car. All right, just call me. We'll have a connection that has the license. He goes and he buys the cars at a very affordable price, and you don't have to take the bus no more. All right, and remember, winter come, snow soon up on the ground, and trust me, I know say it no feel proper when if it never feel proper. The other day when I have a jump on dollar van and I move up and down on foot. It now gonna feel good when the winter time comes. So please write the number down, get yourself a car, or if you're selling your car, call the same number, 917-533-2576. Also, we still have the shower head. You remember the shower head for people that going to Jamaica and say, well, Lord, it's sitting too cold down there and so on and so forth. We have the hot water shower head available. All right, all you got to do is call me, 917-533-2576. All right, so what is in the news? Wait, Miss B, how you doing, Miss Barbara? You agree? Let me tell you, man, I heard it sounding really great. What you mean, man? like Bobby said, you was doing such a good job. But yeah, man, I gotta say to Miss B, you know, say all the things are going. I mean, them Ebola. Somebody need to talk to me about the Ebola. One thing, and them have something called the chikungunya. Mama, ladies and gentlemen, my mother has the chikungunya, and man, tell Miss B, hold on. Which my can again? What number that is? 3. Number 3. Let me turn on. There you go. Yeah, Miss B, what is going on in Jamaica with the chikungunya?
Chikungunya. You saw that. They have a music to it.
A lie.
Oh my! You have to listen to the music. They have a song for it. And you have to, I'll make you hear it later. I never dance for it too. Never dance for it too. Jamaica.
I forgot to ask you because you ready for this? My mother came down with it.
Oh, mercy. What?
My mama. I gotta say hi to my mommy, man.
So how she doing now? Because it's only Panadol them give you.
Yeah, painkillers.
Panadol. That's the only thing that's works for one Panadol.
That is it. There's no cure. They have to just leave it out.
Oh my!
And she said they have a new name for it. No, there's not chikungunya. Them call it in the Harbour View. Them call it chicken gun, man. yeah. She said,
you don't say the chicken of the vest of the gun sling over the chicken.
So them have. Yeah, man.
The chicken with the gun over him.
Call your people in Jamaica. The chicken gun, man, are done down there because I hear that it's like a pain that is in your joints. That's all over. Yeah, man.
Shoulders,
I call her, and you know, and my mother said, "Oh Lord, Tony, the money to bury me is in the bank account." And them kind of time I say, "Mommy, cool out, man, relax." I say, "Chikungunya don't kill nobody. You're just in pain." You say, "Boy, I feel like I'm going dead." Oh, I feel so sorry for her, man.
Sad.
I feel so sorry for her.
Because the older people can't work with it.
They can't work with it really hard. Really hard. And it hit Harbour View.
How long now she has it? Because it usually lasts them for 3 weeks?
She said last week it started.
Oh boy.
Last week it started. So
you forgot to send her some of your
I want to send her some extra.
Extra
for the joint, the joint pain and so on.
And what can build the immune system.
And it also builds the immune system.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So she's going to get some extra, ladies and gentlemen. Will have that extra for the joint pain.
So them can buy it and send to their families down in Jamaica.
Of course. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the extra in. If you have people down there.
And if they're traveling to Jamaica.
Just take the extra down there.
Extra?
Yes. And
how
take
much
one
teaspoon?
They drink about an ounce.
1 ounce.
1 ounce.
Of the extra. What, before you go to Jamaica?
I'd say if you want to protect yourself, yes.
Okay. And you want to build the immune system. For those people traveling in December, I think they should really start to build their immune system. Don't go down there and feel so you can take Zyrtex and all those
and
things.
not only that, if you have traveled down there, Clean out your system. Use the ISO-T and detox your body from all of the bacteria and all of the stuff that you might come in contact with.
So they have to clean out the
clean
system.
out your system, man.
Before they go, that the mosquitoes are not attracted.
What? Where did this start, though? I mean,
Africa. All these diseases come from
hold
Africa.
on.
What's going on in
What kind of Africa? No, man. Hey, Ross, you see them at this Africa again, my virgin. You see that? Africa, because
Ebola and chicken gun, yeah.
I wonder if how much Rastaman man go back to Africa right now, because Ebola did it. Chicken gun man come from. I don't know. I want to ask them calm, how the repatriation thing going. You know, I'm not making a fun out of ask them, but yeah, it don't look good. Home turf, motherland don't look good right now. But yeah, man. Another thing that don't look good. Another person get beheaded. They did another person yesterday.
Oh my gosh!
Listen, man, those terrorists, what them call themselves, the ISIS.
Wow.
They're murdering people left and right. I don't know what, and trust me, it works. Terrorism does work, ladies and gentlemen.
It works.
And it does. Because now, and I'm going to give you the thing, because now they have the African American brother that beheaded a woman in somewhere in America, that he's Muslim. And now everybody I look upon Muslims differently, because you don't know which Muslim is going to the wrong website, getting the wrong ideas and getting the wrong thoughts in their mind. Because them said that as he was, cutting the girl's neck, he was there, talking certain Arabic things and, praises to Allah. You them think them news and I reach you?
I've seen it. I know that's their belief. And I wonder
it's no good.
Who they actually worship.
It no look good. It's not a good look right now. And I'm telling you.
When you say the Muslim, you're supposed to be actually afraid, right?
No, that is what's going to happen. Unfortunately, that no, all Muslims are going to be under suspicion.
So we're going to profile them as
and they're going to be profiled. Just like
I don't disagree.
And so it works.
Yes.
No, we become
saints.
No, not
they'll
saints.
Let us pass.
No, we don't become saints. We now become bigots. We're prejudiced now.
Okay.
Yeah, you see how it works now. We start now becoming the bad guys because we are afraid of our own security.
When I said I was speaking of the not necessarily Muslim, but the other blacks.
Just no, everybody in America, period.
Oh, Americans.
Period, are gonna just. I don't know what the solution is. Not only that, and how much time I have. I have to keep it moving. Oh no, 10 minutes. I got to take a break and come back, because there's also another terrorist thing group on the plate. They call themselves Khorasan, that they're saying is wickeder than ISIS. So if ISIS are going so bad, you can imagine them people are them youth are good at they're miserable, man. All right, but ladies and gentlemen, write the number down. All right, if you are looking to get yourself a cleanse, you can have the ISO-T.
Cleanse. I think they must buy the cleanse for those people that's traveling to anywhere in the Caribbean. You must use the ISO-T and the extra. And to build your immune system
and also get rid of all of the joint pains and problems. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we have the gut buster. That's the thing.
And children can take the extra too.
Of course. The other day, my son had a pinched nerve. Oh, daddy, my back hurt. Daddy, my back. I just give him like about half a shot, and within about 10 minutes. Oh,
so it takes quarter ounce based on under 12.
Yes, you give it according to the
one number, Bob Yanni, because some people called me last week while you weren't here for shower heads.
Oh yes,
and I gave them what number should they call?
My number. You can call me for the hot water shower head. The number to call 917-533-2576. That's 917-533-2576. And I don't even get for telling about the big thing going on in my life.
Because you always have
a big thing. You ready for this?
What's it?
I'm in the process of selling my 1-bedroom co-op.
That's a big thing.
That is a huge thing. What you mean? That is,
selling it.
I am selling my apartment and I'm getting some nice money.
Some good price.
What you mean? I think I'm gonna take a trip after.
Oh my gosh!
That is how much money. I mean, and I bought this co-op 20 years ago, right in the right spot.
So we are selling it for.
Yeah, because the thing did pop down. The thing pop down. My for redeem my life. Come on, man.
Because listen, which area is it located?
It's in Kensington. Ditmas Park.
I have a vision for Flatbush that them really revamping Flatbush and building hotel down there, and it's going to become like the new Barclays area. So you can use it for a hotel.
If my life never popped down, I'd hold it. But the thing popped down, I'm gonna need to redeem myself. But this the apartment giving me the shovel to dig myself out of the hole.
Fabulous. Fabulous. And don't consider it pop down, because that's an experience that you learn from.
I learned from it.
And it's not failure, because there's no failure. It's only an encounter.
Yeah, man. But ladies and gentlemen, write the number down for any one of these products, whether it's the hot water shower head that Miss B was talking about, the ISO T, the gut buster, the extra, or if you're buying or selling a car, the number to call 917-533-2576. Also, I have a show on 93.5 on Thursday night. You got to check it. It's called Feel Good Thursdays, where we do links. If you're a single person and you're looking to find somebody, you got to check out the thing called Irie Links every Thursday night over there, 93.5 from 10 until 12 o'clock. Gotta say a big up to my partner, Raga B, anyway you're there. All right, we're gonna take a little break and come right back. We will talk a little bit more, but boy, the thing run out on me. Soon come back. Wait. Do you want to cleanse? Are you suffering with high blood pressure, diabetes, joint pain? Are you losing your hair? Is it falling out? Please listen to the next 5 minutes. It could change your life. This is the Health Forum. For people with joint pain, backaches, and arthritis pain, you should try the amazing Extra. That's XTRA Extra. It's only $7 and the pain goes away in 1 hour.
Well, my dear, I have the arthritis. I have to take the subway every morning to go to work. And believe me, when I get off the train, I used to be a follower of the people, because I have to stay and wait downstairs until they leave. Oh. But now I'm going up with them. Right up with them to the street.
Oh my gosh.
Ever since I started to take that Extra, man, I'm telling you, it do a lot for my knees. The other day I was to work a couple of nights, and usually I couldn't do that, because I tell them I can't manage it because my knee is killing me. Mm-hmm. And I could be able to do a couple extra work the other day, because the knees, man, they just free up.
The knees free up.
They just free up.
And then the ladies and gentlemen, she's talking about the Extra. If you're overweight, have high blood pressure, suffering from diabetes, are you always tired? Get the Chia Vita. It's $35 and 30 ounces, and you drink it according to your weight.
Chia Vita juice and the Slim and the Colon, it's working very good.
How you know it's working?
Because I'm telling you, my tummy was high. I was feeling so restless, tired, lousy, heavy. It's like I'm carrying 1,000,000 pounds around my neck. I'm telling you. I drink the juice, I take the colon cleanser and all those stuff, and it's like you wake up dead. The way I was so heavy, I couldn't even climb the staircase to go up, and there's the evening tool. Day after, I said, let me try this, because I'm a skeptic. I said, let me try this thing. Let me try the staircase. I went to the elevator and I said, no, man, you know what? I'm going to do some proving for myself. And would you believe me, I walked 8 stairs, flight go right up.
Wow, you do 8 flights of stairs.
This is great.
917-533-2576. 917-533-2576. 917-533-2576. For people that want to lose that belly, get the Gut Buster. It's $20, and each pack will get your belly down by 3 inches. The Gut Busters are working.
Yeah, man, I tell you, some pants must drop off for me,
That's good, but that's good. That is great because you know, a beautiful lady like you shouldn't be walking around with something to mess up your shape, because that is the thing, you know. A lot of these ladies, they have a great shape, but the belly there just make they look barrelish. They just round.
Yeah, man, I tell him I'm ready for God Jamaica next week now, man. So me can back, but me no want to lose the butt and the hip, you know.
Right.
Don't lose it, baby. Hold on.
Yeah. Are you losing your hair? The Vitaglow liquid hair vitamin is only $65 and it's guaranteed to work.
Hi, Brother Yanni. Things are happening for my ear. You know, a perma hair and the new growth underneath is kind of rough, so it don't really show the length of the hair. And the sides that had no hair, of course, hair is growing in there. So I wanted to get my hair done. And so the length of the new growth is where I call you. And the nails, there is something incredible happening to my nails. I am seeing results from my Vitaglow, so I need to get another bottle.
Last but not least, are you a smoker, or are you around someone that smokes? Do you drink? Do you take a lot of medication? The product for you is the ISO T, 100% organic, and it detoxes your kidneys, your liver, and your lungs. And it's only $10. 917-533-2576. 917-533-2576. 917-533-2576. Do you have garbage piling up inside your house? Do you have garbage piling up outside of your house and you don't know how to get rid of it? You need Mattis Brothers Incorporated. Do you have an apartment building? Do you have a restaurant, a store, or any commercial business that you have garbage that is piling up? Mattis Brothers Incorporated. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, we pick up your garbage. Mattis Brothers Incorporated.
Mattis Brothers Incorporated, providing private sanitation for commercial and residential use. We pick up garbage 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Open on all holidays, yes, including Christmas and New Year's. Don't worry, no contract, no security deposit required. Call us today.
718-251-4116. That's 718-251-4116. Mattis Brothers Incorporated. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, we will pick up your garbage. No job too late, too big, or too small. 718-251-4116. That's 718-251-4116. Mattis Brothers Incorporated. No job too late, too big, or too small. Yeah, man. If you got garbage piling up in your house, let me tell you something. Ladies and gentlemen, my apartment, I've come to the conclusion that I'm what you call a pack rat or a hoarder. I don't throw away nothing. I mean, Bobby, in a couple of minutes, I'm going to show you some pictures of me, DJ Roy, TC, when we were a dance group. Did you know that we're a dance group? Yeah, man. We're going to show you the dance group, the Black Forest dance group. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, the time really and truly flown away. I just got to play a couple of songs. And do remember, yeah, man, the thing called Irie Links on Thursdays is really, really good. Bobby, you got to check it out. Irie Links. You can friend us on Facebook, Irie Links NYC on Facebook. Friend us. And of course, I want to say hi to all the people that are out there worrying about the Ebola virus. I don't know. Me and Spread Love was talking after here, and it sounds like it's something fishy about that thing, man. It's something not right. Something not smell right. It really don't smell right. But anyway, it's time for me to play one of my favorite songs, and then of course I'm gonna have to turn it over to Spread Love Bobby. Write my number down. If you need the hot water shower head, it's 917-533-2576. If you need the Vitaglow here tonic or the Vitaglow Beauty Mist, the number to call 917-533-2576. If you want the extra for the joint pain to help to boost your metabolism, help you to boost your immune system, the number to call 917-533-2576. If you need to buy a car, if you're selling your car, if you have a piece of garbage in the yard taking up space, 917-533-2576. All right, if you want the hot water shower head, All right, you're going to Jamaica in the winter time and you can't take the cold water down there. You just a dry clean. You just run through the water. Don't do it down there no more. All right, walk to Jamaica with a hot water shower head. 917-533-2576. The Cut Busters. We have that gets your belly down. 917-533-2576. And it's time for me to bounce and roll on out of here. My favorite little song. Bobby, this girl, Adele Harley. Who is she? Yeah.
That's why you have to love new artists.
Yo,
some of them are impressing me nowadays.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lady by the name of Adele Harley. She don't sound Jamaican, but she shows up on a couple of these dancehall songs. And here's one of the songs that has a really turn my head. And I want to get some more information. I'm going to Google her and see what her story is. Anyway, God bless you. God love you. It's time for me to bounce and roll on out of here. I'll be back next week. Once again, Yanni Market is open. Call me. The number to call, 917-533-2576. Gotta say hi to all the pepper steppers. All the people that like the 3-step. Dance and touch.
Venus, if you will, you send a lovely man for me to thrill. A man who wants my kisses and my arms, a man with all the charms of you. Venus, make him fair, a lovely man with sunlight in his hair. And take the brightest stars up in the sky and place them in his eyes for me. Venus, goddess of love that you are, surely the things I ask can't be too great a task. Venus, if you do, I promise that I always will be true. I give him all the love I have to give, as long as we both shall live. Venus, goddess of the life that you are, surely the things I ask can't be too great a task. No, Venus, if you do, I promise that I always will be true. I'll give him all the love I have to give, as long as we both shall live. Hey, Venus, oh Venus, Venus, if you will, please send a lovely man for me to thrill. Man who wants my kisses and my arms, a man with all the charms of you. Venus, make him fair, a lovely man with sunlight in his hair. And take the brightest stars up in the sky and place them in his eyes for me. Venus, goddess of love that you are, show me the things I ask can't be too great a task. Venus, if you do, I promise that I always will be true. I'll give him all the love I have to give, as long as we both shall live. Hey baby, what are you doing later? Tell me, what are you doing tonight? We could throw us a little party, two of us, just two of us. You know how we do when we do. We'll just hang up on the distance sign. Maybe party the night away. Two of us, just two of us. No interruptions, no one else around. Nothing else but the sound of love. No interruptions, no one else around. Nothing else but the sound of love. I like what is happening with us. Easy ride, you know, I know fast. The vibe I'm getting from you, I know it feels the same way too. Yes, you've got my full attention. I'm totally focused on you. You're my pleasure, my leisure, my joy. That you are, baby, yes you are. Oh, no interruption, no one else around, nothing else but the sound of love. No interruption, no one else around, nothing else but the sound of love. Sweet love. I'm so excited, I can't get past 1, 2, 3. I'm so impatient, it's everything you do to me. A little fire, makes it good with desire. Makes my heart sing like a choir. I'm on the respirator whenever he leaves. 'Cause you stop my heart. I can focus on anything. 'Cause you stop my heart. And it gets to beating back again. You stop my heart. You stop my heart again. It's never private, he tells the whole world about me. I can't fight it, he's taking all the air I breathe. It's on purpose, so take notice of this hurting. I just wanna keep on flirting, 'cause I know that I deserve him. Oh, 'cause you stop my heart. I can focus on anything. 'Cause you stop my heart. And it gets you beating back again. You stop my You stop my heart again. You surround me like a wanna. 'Cause I love you.
Saturday, October 4th, 4:39 p.m. on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. Love going out to my brethren, DJ Yanni. He'll be back next week, and as he said, the shop is open. Drive Time Radio Show is going to go to a commercial break right now, and when we come back, more Drive Time Radio. And of course, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You see all the teams wearing their pink and all these, and I'm seeing people, I'm seeing the railroad conductors with pink ties. Wear your pink, people. Breast cancer is a deadly one. Let's support everyone, not just the ladies either. Let's support everyone.
Happy birthday to Miss Hyacinth. Happy birthday, Miss Aya. How you doing?
All right. Happy birthday.
Time radio. The Drive Time Radio. The Drive Time Radio Show is a Ken Bar production.
Oh boy. Dad forgot Jamaica on a Barbara people car.
Is you again, Barbara?
Are you traveling to Jamaica, Kingston, or Montego Bay? Book that car rental online at drivetimevacations.com or call them at 718-923-0055.
Tell them again, Barbara. Tell them again.
You have to book it online, drivetimevacations.com. Or if you don't want to use a computer, call them at 718-923-0055. Them are expert on the car rental thing, you know.
Amen.
Purchase your new or used tires for less. They carry all sizes. Need your tire to be repaired with rim and wheel balancing? Then visit Big Wheel Tire Shop at 423 E 98th Street between Saratoga and Newport and tell them that you heard it on the Drive Time Radio Show to get your discount. Call Big Wheel Tire Shop now at 718-483-8900. That's 718-483-8900. 718-483-8900. And don't forget to mention the Drive Time Radio Show to get your discount.
There's a small part of our island that everyone knows, but there's a whole country that people come to know and always come back to. This is the undiscovered Jamaica. It's a country of mountains and waterfalls and rivers and Jamaicans. Come roam our hills and explore our heritage. Come hear reggae where reggae was born. It's a Jamaica that's more unique, more inviting, more intense. Yes, it's a road less traveled. And that's exactly the point. Come explore the other side of Jamaica. Our Jamaica.
718-923-0055. That's 718-923-0055. Dial that phone number right now. I would like you to go to Jamaica and feel all right. I would like you to go anywhere. I'd like you to go to St. Kitts. I'd like you to go to England. I would love for you to be in all these places at Christmas time. Or maybe for your mother's birthday. Whatever it is. 718-923-0055. Been having some a lot of discussions about this, and we've been seeing a lot of this in the news, of course, this past week, and this is in reference to the Secret Service. We might be able to call them not so Secret Service, because these are individuals who I hear disclosed Barack's schedule even during election time. I don't get it. These are people who allow an individual. Now let's take Eric Garner. The man couldn't even stand outside a store so-called selling loose cigarettes. Now that's just standing outside of a store and his life is gone. You have an individual who got over the fence, first of all. I don't know who watches the fence. Well, obviously nobody at that time. Who is to watch the fence? So then even after the man get over the fence now, don't there's something else? Don't there's dog? Or maybe some lion or two, dragon or something. Right. If you don't have a simple camera, perhaps the lion, the dragon, and all these other things that we're supposed to kick in. But yes, video surveillance and then a individual monitoring the surveillance monitor. All right, you know what? I got to get into that, but I'm going to get into that in a little bit because I told you that it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And this is something that's very important. This is something that has touched, and speaking on breast cancer, I'm saying, it has touched me personally, my family, and my close friends. Some of you remember a few years back when I told you about my 23-year-old niece. And my cousin, her mother, also went through it. So therefore, through the family and of course medical advice, the first year we attacked and we removed the breast that was affected by the cancer, and the next year just removed the other one just to avoid it. 23 years old, my niece, beautiful, beautiful, and she has a great personality. And she's one of those people who could end up being like, you know, the center, the matriarch of this family. She has that sort of spunk, you know. And she's going through some of the important years of her life dealing with both breasts being removed. Now, again, that's just my 23-year-old niece. My cousin Debbie, my cousin Denise have also gone through it. Anybody out there, this is a great killer, especially the women, yes, but it also affects men. I'm gonna go talk now to Professor Mary Perry. First of all, good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon. Very well, thank you.
And you're from, of course, St. John's University.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so I got a chance just to share with the audience, you know, where this touches me personally. I know that there's so many people out there who can tell one of those personal stories.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah,
that is true.
And of course, anything that we can do for the research, we do. We go on walks, we raise money. I'm asking everybody out there, just be a part of it. Anything to help with the solution. So, Professor Perry, let's talk about this killer.
Okay. Well, we're fortunate in today's society in the fact that we have modern technology that aids us in diagnosing breast cancer at a much earlier stage. Mm-hmm. The fact that it's recommended and approved by the American Cancer Society that women start getting their breast cancer screening at the age of 40, unless they have, like in your family, people that have been diagnosed with it earlier, then the insurance companies will support having mammography done at a much earlier age. Mm-hmm. And it is important that they follow up on the annual basis. The earlier we detect the cancer, the higher the survival rate.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Even unfortunately with the later stages, the survival rate is still higher. Each year we're getting better and better at the diagnosis and treatment.
Hi, Mary. Hi.
Hi.
This is Barbara. How are you?
Good. And you?
I'm great. I'm great. And of course, thanks for informing our audience about the awareness for breast cancer disease. And I'm sure no better person is there to really give us some great information on this disease as it affects women, not only women, but men also. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So
Yes,
I know you spoke about mammogram, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners, they are so afraid of mammogram, and they wonder, do I really need to do it? But could you give us the advantages of doing a mammogram, getting your yearly mammogram? It's annual, they have to do it, as you say, at age 40, right? Is that correct? Did I lose you?
Nope, hang on, Bob.
Done at a younger age.
Oh, could you repeat that? We lost you for a few seconds. I'm saying we have to do it annually after age 40. But
yes,
if you're at age 35, some people would say that at age 35, but when would you do it at age 35?
If there's already a member of your family who has been detected with breast cancer.
Okay, so if it's in your family already, if you have a family history, then you will do it after age 35. So I'm sure our audience. So if you're over up to what age should you do it annually?
Until the day you die, basically, because you can develop breast cancer at any time in your life. Gotcha. And it's already statistically proven that 1 out of 8 females will develop some sort of breast cancer within their lifetime. So we can't say once you hit 60 and go through menopause, you no longer have to worry about it. That's not true. We have to worry about it until we die.
Wow, once you have breasts.
Now, I want to ask a question. Is it a test? Is there a risk to it? Is it a difficult test? The
risk is extremely minor.
Okay.
It's no more than driving 200 miles in a car, smoking a cigarette. It's that minor is the risk factor. The radiation dose in today's technology is so minor. You get more going to the beach during the summer.
Okay. All right. So it's not something to be afraid of, like maybe first time mammogram test.
No. The scare was that there would be too much radiation, and everyone is afraid of radiation. But the benefits of learning that you have the disease, that you can actually treat it.
Right.
And I'm sure later on during the month of October, Mary and I would be discussing how do we treat the breast cancer disease itself if you really have it, and how do you prevent it. Today we will be talking about prevention and what's the use of the mammogram, why they send you for a mammogram, and what the mammogram entails. So what are the reasons why, if you're age 40 and you go to the doctor and they said, okay, did you get your mammogram yet? Have you done the mammogram? And you said no. And just to hear the word mammogram, people are confused and they don't know what it is. And then when they go, they go to do this mammogram, and then they tell them, don't wear deodorant, don't wear powder. And you are totally afraid, of going, because now you can't even. Can you give us some insight?
The reason why we're telling the patients not to wear any deodorant or powder the day of the exam is because we're looking for microcalcifications. And they're basically just little spots in the tissue. But those are the first indicators that there can be a breast cancer developing there. So we don't want an artifact that could be created by talc, which can have limestone in it, or deodorant, which could have microparticles of aluminum in it, that could cause a false reading. So this is why we ask our patients not to put any deodorant or powder on the day that they're having the mammography.
And then they would say, some people would say, for instance, Joan London, she has breast cancer, and she said she was always doing her breast cancer mammogram every year. That's a screening, and they never found it. And she tried to convince the radiologist that they should do an ultrasound, and that's where they found this mass. And
ultrasound is not considering the gold standard mammography is. Ultrasound is used as a secondary medium for confirming things, especially distinguishing between a cyst and a solid mass. It cannot detect fine detail as we can in mammography. It is used when they go to do a biopsy, or if someone has very dense breast tissue, they'll do an ultrasound as well, just to see if they find anything beyond what they're seeing on the mammography. We also have nowadays MRI, which they also used as a secondary means of confirming what they found on a mammography.
Which one actually would you recommend that if they found any type of calcification they would do? Which one would you recommend, Professor Perry?
It really depends on the type of cancer they think is there and the type of tissue they're dealing with. If it's very dense breast tissue, they may do both. Okay. And if the insurance company will support the MRI, that's very good, and they should definitely get that. And usually a doctor will recommend both an ultrasound and an MRI.
So the for mammograms, we know it is not 100% accurate, but the benefits of doing it is greater than finding out that you have breast cancer at the later stage. Is that correct?
Yes. We can detect breast cancer at something as small as 10 millimeters, where by the time you could feel it in a self-breast examination, it would have to be almost 5 centimeters.
That's a
big difference in size.
That's so good, Professor Perry, because I would love you to give us some information, give the audience, tell us how they can do self-breast examination themselves at home.
Sure. There's 3 ways of doing a breast self-exam. The first thing to do is simply relax and lay on your bed, and you're going to take your 2 fingers, your 2 middle fingers, and use the pads of your middle fingers to start a pattern on your chest, on your breast. And you can do one of 3 patterns. One is called the wedge, where you start at the nipple and work going outwards towards the base or towards the chest wall. The other one is you start at the nipple and do a circle pattern, making bigger and bigger circles, going all the way around the breast tissue. And the last one is you start up under the underarm or the axilla, and then go up and down through the chest wall, through the breast tissue, feeling for lumps. And you want to do 3 different pressures. You want to do a superficial pressure to feel for just around the skin. You want to do a medium pressure to feel for the tissue under the skin. And then you want to do a deep pressure to feel as deep as possible, getting as close to the chest wall as possible.
And how often do you recommend that they should do a self-examination?
You should do it once a month. And they're now recommending that children at the age of 12 be taught how to do this. And it's not so much that they're detecting abnormalities, but they learn to feel what their breast tissue is normally like, so that if they do find something abnormal, they can bring it to their doctor's attention.
So should they do it before menstruation or after menstruation? Because sometimes when you're a senior, when you have your period is close, as we would say, the breast becomes tender. So should they do it after? Or
they should do it after menstruation, yes.
Okay. How many days after would be perfect?
I would probably say 5 days.
5 days.
I don't think there's any specific time period.
Okay.
But before the cycle begins again, which starts at day 12.
Perfect. So I'm sure everyone have listened to us and they have learned a lot, because I've also learned a lot. Or if you I've been learning this for many years, right? You have also refreshed my memory. We never stop learning. So of course, thank you again, Professor Perry, and we will get back. You will join us in another 2 weeks to give us more information about discovering that you have breast cancer and how you deal with it mentally and clinically, because that is of great importance to us women, because we're not sure when you go to the doctor and they tell you that oh, you have breast cancer, deadly disease for women and also men.
Yes.
Oh, I'm
More and more
sorry.
men are developing breast cancer today as well.
Okay, so men should do self-examination too.
Definitely, definitely.
Okay, and thank you again.
My pleasure.
Thank
I
you.
look forward to speaking with you again.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Perry.
You're welcome. My
Take care.
pleasure.
Bye-bye. That was good, Barbara, because I've, I never even knew, honestly, never knew what the mammogram test
What the
was.
mammogram? No.
I know, I hear it all the time, but never knew exactly what it was.
What's the reason?
No, the reason,
What it was. Oh,
what
you
it
didn't
was,
know that
yeah.
it used
The process,
radiation.
I had no clue.
It's an image of the breast.
I had no clue.
They take the image of the breast and it uses low dose radiation.
Okay.
So it's like watching a TV. If you're watching those flat screen TVs, you get more radiation from it than doing a mammogram. The scare is that the compression, they put the breast between two paddles and squeeze them to prevent the movement. So they have to squeeze it, because if you don't squeeze it, then they will have different artifacts and it might mimic calcifications, which they think that it's
food for what?
They might mimic.
Right. I heard that, but the macroceptations, what?
Calcification.
What is that?
Calcium, small specks of white stuff.
All right, but I know Barbie.
Small specks.
Some big word.
that looks like white small artifacts. It might mimic those breast cancer findings that it's not really is. So that's the reason why they hold it tight in order to make sure that it doesn't move. And then when they see these calcifications, these specks of calcium, they now recommend an ultrasound or MRI.
Gotcha.
To do further testing.
Now I have a greater understanding.
Now you have a greater understanding.
All because I came in today.
All because you came in today. That's a good thing.
Yeah. Therefore, I was listening like everybody else out there listening. So it's a good thing that you're listening.
But I haven't said it, but the radiology is what I have studied, and I'm not only a travel specialist, but I also do radiology for my livelihood too.
So you actually do those?
Yes.
You perform the test?
Not mammograms as yet.
Okay.
But I know, actually, I was trained for it, and I know exactly how to do it and how it's done.
Okay.
So mammogram, CAT scan, MRI, X-rays.
Can I come to work with you one day,
You
Barbara?
can come to work with me. I know you would love to do the breasts. You love, but they don't have males that actually do. Actually, I was trained by Professor Perry. You believe that?
You were okay. Nice.
She teaches at St. John's.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Nice. All right. Thank you, Professor Perry, again, and looking forward to more information. So I guess this week we shouldn't trouble Dr. Comrie about breast cancer then, because I was like, maybe we'll talk about that. But no, let's we got to go somewhere else then.
Gonya and
yeah.
Chicken Gonya.
Right? I agree. Let's see what they really know. Ebola. Ebola's been here, people. This is not the first run around. But anyhow, thank you again, Barbara, and thank you again, Professor Perry. Now, as I was saying before, I got 2 minutes. Thank you, Sydney. I was discussing the protection around our president, the so-called Secret Service. These are people who have jumped in front of bullets for other presidents. These are the individuals who the leader of, again, the so-called most powerful country, the most influential government in the world, they're supposed to protect that leader. Just in the past week, of course, the head of the Secret Service has resigned, rightfully so. Bye-bye, because if not, she should be fired. Well, it was a suggested resignation, but I think she knew it was time to go. So the guy gets over the wall. He gets on the lawn. And if you've ever been to the White House, it's not like 5 feet away from the fence and then you're at the house. It is like, it's a football field away almost. He gets on the lawn, gets to the house, gets in the White House, and gets deep into the White House. How do you allow that to happen? How does any one of these Secret Service, how many of them was working that day? I need these details. So I hate to say it, perhaps security is lax around the president on purpose. There's no way you can tell me this is not on purpose. If you have ever been in a venue that the president was coming into, first of all, when he went to the Gap store in Manhattan, there were employees that first of all were asked to leave even before they got there because they already know who works there. Believe me, when they show up, they have your information. And then the search takes place. And then the lockdown takes place. President Barack Obama was in an elevator with someone who had a gun on them, who was convicted of crimes. Wait a minute. Seriously? Let me turn off this music. How does that happen? If you get invited to an event that, not even, forget just the president, a senator is having, the amount of the process, how can they get that close so many times? I don't know everything, but I have an opinion, and my opinion is it's on purpose. You have a president that's supposed to have more security than ever over every single president who has ever been president because he is a black man. And this is what we call security. This is how you guard President Barack Obama. I hope we get it right. Don't make anything happen to my president, you know. Sure, he's not doing the best job, but guess what? There's no president who has done the best job. The MRI, the mammogram is not 100%. None of us are 100%. If we were all 100% and could do 100%, we wouldn't need each other. But this is a world and we need each other. So therefore, this man with this burden that was placed in his hands is doing the best he can under the conditions that are being served to him. You have Congress that don't want to work with you. How can you run the nation? What do you do? Just put down executive orders? Then you're going to be like, he's a dictator. He's going to be the next Hitler. He's going to be the next Saddam Hussein if he did that. But he's trying to follow the rules that were laid down by the forefathers of the United States. He's trying to do that. He didn't paint the White House black. He left it white. I'm saying. Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Drive Time Radio Show. And that's what I had to say on that subject. We're going to play a song. This is Steel Pulse. Title of the song is Bodyguard. They're all over the place. Kanye and Kim's Bodyguard does a better job than the Secret Service.
Every time you meet the public, you get scared and you start to panic. Got a gun, oh, got a bomb, got a knife, who's gonna lose their life? So-called leaders, hey, with deceitful faces, corruption. In a high place, your hands filled with pride. Mouth pours out lies, yeah. Cause of all oppression, now running for protection.
Bodyguard, I wouldn't like it, y'all. Snakes on the ground. Since I know not God, all the tricksters drinking human blood. Concrete heart can hold no love.
These guys are supposed to be the best. The best trained, the most aware. That's how you got that job. I tell you what, Prezi, if you want to offer me a little change, I think I can do a better job than these guys. I have a few brethren, a few fellas from around the way that I know would do a good job, brethren.
Got a knife, who's gonna lose their life? Bodyguard, I wouldn't like it, job.
I know two of you used to work at the Q Club. Trust me, they're good.
Tricksters drinking human blood. Concrete heart can hold no love. Bodyguard.
My boy Phil Crump, I'm telling you, Prezi, he's bad.
No, not God. All the tricksters drinking human blood. Concrete heart can hold no love.
I'm waiting to meet Barack Obama. I just want to sit down and have a conversation. And they can guard me, man. Search me. Check my record. I'm good. I'm good. I'm that clean. I could sit in the room with President Barack Obama. Nothing on my record. Nothing in my thoughts. No harm would come to him. I can't say the same about the people who are paid to protect him. I can speak for myself. Oh, my president. It's a rough one, brethren. Stick in there. Do your time. Do the best you can. Just like everybody else in whatever you do. But it's hard when people are working against you. I know all of us know what that's like when somebody's against you, just has their mind set against you. Imagine having millions of people with their mind set against you. Imagine all these countries and all these ISIS and, you know, extremist groups who hate the United States and would love to get at the United States. And you people are showing that the president is even getting to the president's home. So now they're like, forget the country. We could get to him. We could have been in the elevator. I did say I was done, right? I'm done with that. I'm done with that. I did, right, Barbara? I said I was done. You know what? I got rid of the lady. She's gone. She's gone. She fire herself and then fire her. However it was. Nice. Good for you. I don't know what kind of work she's going to get now, but maybe Kim and Kanye. No, like I said, they have better security. All right. You know what? It's time for the entertainment report. I see Anthony Turner. He's there standing by. You know what? I just really want a time that you know, I don't have anything to complain about, when everything is cool with me, you know? The dull moment when you can just relax and sit back and not have a worry. I'm going to play that little thing, that clip that I took from Robin Williams when he was talking about Jamaica. He talked about all these countries with the nuclear bomb, but he said he knows that there's one place in the world who does not have a weapon of mass destruction. He said no atomic bomb, maybe the atomic bong, but not the bomb. Oh, let me get my introduction for Mr. Anthony Turner's entertainment report up. Again, give me the dull moment, please. Public people out there, police officers and Secret Service.
It's fresh, it's fun, it's factual. It's loaded with delicious chunks of what's happening in the world of entertainment today. It's your weekly Jamaica 50 E-Report.
Ready?
Welcome.
You have now entered into the world of...
And now, coming to you live from New York City, your entertainment guru, Anthony Turner.
Anthony Turner.
Good afternoon, Anthony. How you feeling, my brother?
Yes, good afternoon, Spread Love Boy. I hear you on your soapbox today, right?
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man, Anthony. What can I tell you, man?
One correction that I wanted to make, and I think it's important, because I hear you talking about forefathers. I thought there were only 3 fathers, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
There you go. The one that should be best. Thank you, Anthony. Absolutely, my brother. Absolutely.
Well, who gonna guard the bodyguard?
Me not know. I'm telling you.
Anyway, we have a lot of stuff in entertainment. Reggae singer Coca T, well, he's geared up for the release of his latest album, and the name of that album is Sunset in Negril. And I tell you, Spread Love, I'll be in Negril next Friday. The 12-track album will be released in time for his upcoming US tour, and that kicks off on October 22nd. And the album includes the title track as well as one called Darling. There's another single called North Wind, and certainly a cover of Bob Marley's classic War. And after concluding his US tour on December 13th, the singer will be heading to Nigeria, then to Europe. So very important time for singer Coca T. And with the discovery of one Ebola virus case here in the US, the health minister in Jamaica, Dr. Fenton Ferguson, is again warning members of the entertainment fraternity in Jamaica to stay away from the affected countries. In recent times, several entertainers have made a trek to Africa. In fact, reggae singer Luciana is slated to perform in Malawi on October 19th, and singer Christopher Martin and Elaine, they made the trek to the motherland in September. The health minister said plans to effectively deal with the threat of the virus will be discussed at a cabinet meeting on Monday, and as such, he was not in a position to divulge the details of the government plans at this time. However, Ferguson said he was able to share that the Ministry of National Security through the Immigration Department will become more vigilant, monitoring the travel history of persons coming into the country. And the affected countries include West Africa, Senegal, Sierra Leone, the Republic of Congo, and Liberia. So definitely Jamaica seems like they're at least putting plans in place to deal with this threat of Ebola. International reggae singer Spanner Banner sent ripples of concern through the reggae community this week when he decided to shed his 14-year covenant. And for that, we're talking about his Rastafarian locks. Spanner Banner cut his locks with a pair of scissors in a YouTube video, which he released in order to explain the drastic move. And according to Spanner Banner, his faith had been tested for many years, but his recent car accident, and we're talking about his car was total, and his wife collapsed. That, he said, made him turn to the Almighty for guidance. And the video shows photo of the wreckage. And finally, Jamaican music ambassador Richie Stevens, well, his highly anticipated music video for the single Everybody Dance, it had its world premiere yesterday on the popular worldstarhiphop.com website. In Jamaica, the video also premiered on E-Prime and the popular entertainment report on TVJ Jamaica with Anthony Miller. And today, the video will be featured on Onstage TV with Winfred Williams. And of course, Onstage airs in Jamaica on CVM TV, in Canada on Rogers Network, and right here in the tri-state area on Zine TV. Onstage also airs in Europe, the Caribbean, and online at www.onstagetv.com. And Everybody Dance will have its live premiere next Saturday in Montego Bay, Jamaica. And Spread Love Bobby, I hope to be there to catch the action live as all the big R&B acts perform in Jamaica at this inaugural Soul in the Sun concert. So when you talk to me next, I hopefully will be on the rock.
I hope you are, Anthony. And if Barbara can get me there, I hope to be with you, my brother. Anthony, I give thanks for the report. And Anthony, I've been getting some requests from callers and just individuals, of course, who knows I am a media person, to get information on anything happening with Buju. I know you mentioned it a few weeks back. So if next week, if you can just, even just for my program, if you can just grab any info that you can, any update on Buju.
Sure. All right, so I hope to see you in Jamaica. And even though there's chicken or chicken gunya that's running rampant in Jamaica, we're coming with our we're bodyguard, we're well protected.
That's right, Anthony. That's right. And I tell you, I'll leave you with something my father said. If I'm supposed to die by hanging, no man can kill me. No shark can kill me. He can't kill me with a gunshot. So chicken V not trouble we.
Definitely.
All right, Anthony.
So you have a great weekend, man, and look forward to talking to you again next
Thank you.
Saturday, of course, same time, same blazing station.
Thank you, Anthony. Give thanks. Take care. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Anthony Turner, the entertainment guru and longtime friend. I think somebody's on the phone line. Okay. No, they hung up. I'm sorry. Whoever was calling, absolutely. Give me a call. Give me a shout. We can talk. As Barbara said, so long as it's not during any of our features, you know, like while Anthony's on or when Aubrey is on. Dr. Comrie, of course, welcomes it. If you have a question while Dr. Comrie's on, call and answer, please. All right. Drive Time Radio Show each and every Saturday, 3 to 6 p.m. Got to say thank you to Neil, of course, keeping us on the web, keeping us out there on the internet and the outer net too. Listen to us on Ustream and YouTube, Drive Time Radio Show, or drivetimeradioshow.com, of course, on YouTube. Facebook, you must like us. Instagram, like us, Drive Time Radio Show, and Twitter. Like us, follow us, Drive Time Radio. Drive Time, 9:30 a.m. We'll be right back.
Center of Ocho-Rios, Jamaica, there is Columbus Heights, Jamaica's private luxury condos and apartments, from studios, 1 bedroom and 2 bedrooms. Plan that family reunion, wedding, vows renewal, or birthday celebration in true exotic garden style. Come nestle with us. Columbus Heights. It will be a vacation dream come true. Call 718-923-0055.
If you're interested in selling your home quickly, call Quick Deal Home Sales. If you need to buy, rent, or sell your home, just call Alex at Quick Deal Home Sales. That's 917-217-4910 and start packing today.
The party is in 2 days, Sylvia. You have no time to design and print our invitations. What should we do? Go to Brooklyn Printers at 1087 Utica Avenue between Beverly Road and Clarendon Road, or visit them on the internet at brooklynprinters.com. They will also do flyers, posters, church programs, funeral programs, business cards, t-shirts, wedding invitations, and all types of printing needs. Call them at 718-629-1454. That's 718-629-1454. That's 718-629-1454. And don't forget to mention the Drive Time Radio Show to get your discount. Satisfying the community for more than 25 years. Brooklyn Printers. Call them at 718-629-1454.
You've got it locked to the Drive Time Radio Show and to all the other networks that's streaming us live right now. The RulerBrownNetwork.com, that's streaming us live out of Atlanta, Georgia. RockTheBox.net and Reggae Nostalgia, that's streaming us live out of South Florida. TheFlavorRadio.com, that's streaming us live out of Stone Mountain, Georgia. OneHarmonyRadio.com, that's streaming us live out of London, England. Scotchapy.com, that's streaming us live out of Ellenwood, Georgia. And 25thCenturyMedia.com, that's streaming us live out of Brooklyn, New York. So keep it locked and don't you go nowhere. This is the Drive Time Radio Show with your favorite DJ, Spread Love Body.
The Drive Time Radio Show is a Ken Bar production.
Again, and remember to support all the people who support the Drive Time Radio Show. You just heard from a new sponsor, Quick Deal Home Sales Incorporated, 917-217-4910. If you want to sell your home quickly, whether you're divorced or it was inherited, or maybe you're behind on your payments, you've had damage, fire damage, or tired of being a landlord and just want to get rid of the tenants. If you want to list an apartment, whatever it is, Quick Deal Home Sales, 917-217-4910. And
of course, Big Deal Tire Shop, Big Deal Tire Shop. I visited them, so I can actually recommend them. And of course, they're open 24 hours.
Very important.
Very important. So if you, by in the middle of the night, you have a blowout tire, they can actually repair and balance the wheel They also sell auto supplies, accessories, and they will actually fix the flats. They're located at 423 East 98th Street, and that's in Brooklyn between Saratoga and Newport. And they actually carry all line of tires.
Yep.
And they repair all tires. So if you want to purchase new or used tires, you can actually visit Big Wheel Tire Shop. The number is 718-483-8900 and ask for Al and tell him that Barbara from the Drive Time Radio Show sent you. That's Al at Big Wheel Tire Shop.
And
yes, I went there.
You did?
And I met him, yes.
All right.
And they actually have loads of tire inside the shop, so they can and rims, different rims.
Right. So if you want to show off one night and you meet a girl and you want to fresh up the car, you just pull in 24 hours.
24 hours.
Change your rims,
Shine
brethren.
up.
You want to
Shine
show
up the
off?
rim.
Let me see you change your rims one night, brethren. Show off.
Show off, I change the rim and get brand new tire.
Brand new rims at 3 in the morning. What?
Big Wheel Tire, of course, the rims. They first time they must have people drive around with some real nice rims.
Yeah, people. Now, Barbara, let me tell you what's happened. The automakers picked up on the fact that people were taking off the tires because the cars that were coming factory rims weren't that nice.
Okay, so now they build
right.
Oh,
so they
okay.
make them nice. So it's like now you can buy their rims. You don't have to buy an aftermarket rim.
So now you can just keep the car with the same rims.
Same thing with the sound system,
man.
Barbara. One time
that's
you
true.
buy a car, the radio gone. You ain't even thinking about the radio that's in it. Now, the factory system is sweet.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
So, but now, if you can't afford brand new tires, you can get used tires at really good prices. Call them right now. Call Big Wheel. Tell them you heard from Barbara and Bobby and Spread Love Bobby from the Drive Time Radio Show, and we sent you there. The number is 718-483-8900. We have some people. We have some signal here. What about Ken?
Don't mention Ken.
Don't mention Ken.
When you go in there, say, look, I don't want to mention Ken from Drive Time, but you have to say it like that.
Barbara,
I don't want to mention Ken from Drive Time, but I find out about you anyway.
Talk Al or anybody. Also, the printer, I've used them, Bennett printers. They're Brooklyn printers. They're renamed to Brooklyn. I know them from years. One thing, when the internet came out, we thought printing shop gone out, but they're revamped. They have the old printing. The lab is like a lab in the back. So anything you want, when you go to those other staples and they say no, you can't get it, Brooklyn printers can do it, and they're right at Utica and Beverly Road, and the number is 718-629-1455. Make sure I give the correct.
We're gonna find.
I've got to get the right numbers. Brooklyn and Beverly, Utica and Beverly Road.
Okay.
And of course, right there they can do last minute flyers, any type of invitations that you might need. If you thought that you're having a party and it's too late, they'll get it done. Never too late for them. That's Brooklyn Printers on Utica and Brooklyn Avenue.
Thank you.
And also, when you call them, you will tell them that you heard it on the Drive Time Radio Show.
Barbara, you know what the worst thing to be right now is?
What?
A black man with a turban on your head, with a British accent and a fever.
What's that? What's the?
That means you're a black man and they're killing them. They don't want no terrorists. The terrorists have British accents, and people with fevers are deadly too.
No,
Ebola. Oh, well, yeah, right.
That's Ebola.
Yes, that's the Ebola and a fever. That's public enemy #1. So anyhow, you see a man, and he's got that mask on, like they wear.
I thought it was hoodie.
Whatever. Oh, well, all right. So you got to have a turban, a hoodie, but you don't have to have a hoodie on. They'll just shoot you anyway, Bob. You don't need. You don't have to waste the time. If you want, if you have a death sentence, just go down in the subway with a fever.
With a fever.
With a fever, a turban on your head, be a black man and speak with a British accent.
And a ticket to Liberia. Okay. Now we have Dr. Comer. She's gonna tell us about chicken gunning.
All right, Dr. Comrie, the pressure is on you because we do know that pressure is on your brother right now because Jamaica is in a stir. Sorry, not to put it all out there, but so Dr. Comrie, so how are we doing? What are we hearing about it? What are the reports you're getting? What are steps being taken? I mean, anything. Even Dr. Comrie, if you could explain what exactly it is. There's plenty of people in the audience who are just hearing about it and don't know exactly what this virus is.
Well, you know, the whole virus is quite new to the region, and you know, it started it really jumped into the Caribbean a couple of years now. It's a chikungunya virus, or they call it CHIKV. And this virus, from what we know of it, it's new, but from what we know of it so far, it's that you get it from the mosquitoes bite. But because it's so overwhelming and so many people are getting it, you know, the people seem to think that it could be airborne rather than vector-borne, meaning caught by the Aedes aegypti mosquito. And one of the things that we have to know about the virus is that when you have a new virus, because it's new, nobody has immunity to it. So therefore, the population is more susceptible to getting the virus, meaning you are at a higher risk because you have not built up any immunity. For instance, with a lot of virus, like the influenza virus, you know, when you get the flu, when I was in medical school, there are 80-something strains of the influenza virus. So, you know, you get a cold and a month or 2 weeks later, you get a cold again, and you say, but I just had the flu. But because there are so many strains, you can get that repeatedly. But over time, if you get enough influenza infection, over time you build up an immunity to some of these viruses so that you're not at such high risk to become infected by them. But the chikungunya virus is new, and therefore when a population is hit by that virus, then everybody in the population is at risk for getting that virus because you don't have any previously built immunity to the virus. And this is where we stand in Jamaica. Now, one of the things why Dr. Ferguson is getting such a hard time, because the virus is new, you have to identify it. But then we know that we're working with a slim budget always in Jamaica. So, you know, in order to identify the virus, it has to go to the lab. So what, you know, this reporting, we have 35 confirmed cases. It doesn't mean there's only 35 people with the virus. It means that they've only confirmed 35. But it was always said that a lot of people are showing the symptoms of the virus. And while you're waiting to test, you have those that are suspicious. So this whole big thing is that, you know, it's underreported. It's not a matter of underreported. It's just, you're just stating the fact that they've only tested 35. But by no means does it mean that you're saying it's only 35 cases. And I think that's where the misunderstanding comes. Because always on the radio, always a speech in Parliament, and even that speech he made last Sunday night, which can be picked up on the YouTube, if you just Google Dr. Ferguson's address to the nation, he spoke about the virus. He told that a lot of people are susceptible, and he said that, of course, it would increase before it starts to fall off as more people gain immunity to the virus, or it runs its course, just like we had with the dengue. What also, from my impression, that has occurred, you know, the elections the next year, March, and sad to say, there are some sections of the population that is trying to use this illness to really do scaremongering and to put the minister and the government down as if they're not doing anything about it. But there's nothing you can do, but the virus has to run its course. What the government has to do is to make sure they have enough painkillers, the Tylenol, the Panadol, so that the people can have that. And like anything, if you have so many people with the infection, after a while, the demand is high, so the supply gets short, and you just have to keep replenishing. And as was done by the Prime Minister, who went out in her community with Dr. Ferguson this morning and started the cleanup, to continue the cleanup, but because that cleanup has been going on now forever. When I say forever, they've been working on this virus, they've been doing the cleanup, and you'll see the statistics. We're not getting caught up in statistics. Positive things about the virus, if you can find any positive, the course is usually short, and it doesn't have a high mortality rate, meaning the death rate from it is 0.1% or less. So unlike even the very flu, and unlike the dengue, the death rate from it, the dengue is a little higher, up to as high as 5%. But we know in the United States, hundreds of thousands of people are dying just from the influenza virus. And these people who are most affected are the ones I always talk about on this program. The very sick, the diabetics, the people with lupus, the HIV, people with heart problems, people who have what we call comorbidities. That my audience know that word from me, the comorbidities. If you have other illnesses and then you get the flu on top of it, whether it's sick V or any one of the flu, you are at risk to have a higher sick rate or even to die from it. So, I don't what Dr. Ferguson is doing and what I want to do. I don't want to get caught up in personalities. Mm-hmm. Because as we well know, Dr. Ferguson's record has spoken for itself, in terms of the centers of excellence and all the things that he has been doing. What we want to do is to empathize with the families as they're going through a hard time, people who can't afford to work because they're sick and will lose pay. Ask some of the employees to give them sick time and not dock their pay, and ask the pharmacists and ask the government to put enough money in the system and to make the supply of the painkillers be there. We have to look at the people who are sick. We have to look at the kids. We have to do that. Ultimately, Dr. Ferguson's reputation is speak for itself, but I'm not defending that because people know what he has been doing. Mm-hmm. What I want to talk about is how to decrease the incident, meaning people have to empty the cans of water around the house, bottles of water around the house, the flower pot, all these things that accumulate water, so you minimize the exposure. And we have to look at the kids because, again, the kids are young, their immune system is not as well developed as the adults. And so when the kids are sick, if they're not doing well, parents have to take the time out, take them to the doctor. The elderly, we have to have the elderly properly, focused on. We have to get them to the doctor. We have to make sure, and already they have arthritis, so sometimes you get joint pains with this. So we have to make sure that we assist them from falling. Damage control in the midst of this little crisis right now is what we need to do.
Yes, Dr. Comrie, thank you very much. And I mean, any information in progress, of course, will be greatly appreciated. And
right, from week to week now, I will give the report of what they're doing. And I must add that what would be detrimental is if the Ebola gets there, and that's where their efforts are doing now. And PAHO and CARICOM is giving them equipment. You see on the radio, on the television, when an Ebola patient gets here, all of those equipment, Dr. Ferguson is getting that. As a matter of fact, he should have been in Washington at sharing one of the roundtable at a PAHO meeting, and he had to send Dr. Harvey because he had to stay on the ground. Mm-hmm. But PAHO and CARICOM, they're giving us equipment. They are beefing up the entry at the port, at the airport. They have isolation area there and isolation at the hospitals in case body comes in with it. Because we have quite a few artists from Jamaica that was performing in West Africa. Yeah. And so we have concerns for that. And people have to report. If you know somebody who was in West Africa somebody who travels to Liberia, you have to speak up. This is like when they say, if you see something, say something.
Yeah.
Because if the Ebola virus gets to Jamaica, God only help us.
Yeah.
Because it is deathly. The death rate from it is 90% or better.
Wow.
So when you speak to your relatives home, please convey that type of information. And as I say, yes, they're beating up on Dr. Ferguson, but you know, we were brought up with a strong family system, strong strength, and as you say, born out of these adversities, that's how leaders emerge.
Absolutely.
You can't crumble, you just have to fight. So we're fighting, and we're doing the best, and we're trying to seek help. We're trying to get, see what we can get, like Tylenol or that type of thing down so that the people can be taken care of.
Dr. Comrie, thank you again, and I'm looking forward again to any information that you can pass on. Have a great weekend.
All right, I will do that.
Thank you, Dr. Comrie.
All right, and good afternoon to the listeners.
Goodbye. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Comrie speaking about she touched on chikungunya, and also touched on Ebola and
the crisis if it reaches Jamaica.
Yeah, but Barbara, do you remember it like a couple months back when I was discussing mosquitoes and saying how it's the deadliest animal and the #1 killer of human beings?
That it takes the blood and transmits it to another blood.
Dengue fever, West Nile virus. Now chikungunya, but chikungunya is not new. Again, it's been around. So again, people, don't panic. This is nothing that's never been there like Ebola. Don't panic. But as Dr. Comrie said, get rid of the still water around the house. When water gets still and stagnant, that's where they lay their eggs. You ever look in the water and you see these little things swimming around, just making these funny, I'm making them move.
That's how the dance goes,
like
Bobby.
We're gonna make a dance called mosquito larvae.
Mosquito larvae.
If you see that in the water, it's something. And the funny thing, Barbara, it's like they can serve drops. It's not even like you don't need a pool.
No,
you don't need a bowl. It can just be a little patch of water sitting there. The size of a dime may have 20 of them in it.
So if the rain, you have a lot of rainfall, and there's water gathering flower pots and
find around your house. It's there. Barbara. I went.
What happened to those where they have the fish tanks outside?
Well, no, it's possible, but if the water is filtered and
no, the water's still in the fish tank.
Yeah, but it's moving water and it's treated water, so it's not stagnant. It's fresh water. They don't want the fresh water, Barbara. But it's very possible.
Because some people have fish tanks in the ground.
Yeah,
outside.
but because if it was a lake, they lay eggs in a lake.
So they have to go let out the water out of the fish tanks.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Put the fish in an enclosed area that mosquito don't get in there.
We
have open fish tanks,
Of course, I have tank outside, and Barbara, I used to my fish. When I have my fish have babies, when we breed the fish, is mosquito larvae. We get the mosquito in the water that we feed them,
and they buy these little flies and feed them to the fish.
We would use it. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe we were a little stronger back then. We didn't wear helmets when we rode bicycles.
Now they have open fish tanks, especially in the Caribbean.
Sure, yeah. But I don't know, Barbara. But back then we were just going, and these things weren't there. All these things weren't there. We get bit by mosquito left and right.
All it is hit them, right, and kill them.
And we were okay.
No, you dare not kill them.
You dare not do much nowadays.
You better wear
Barbara.
a net. Walk with a net.
Yeah, walk with a net. Wear your helmet. Make the playground out of cushion. All these things we're doing for I don't know, Barbara.
To prevent the spread of diseases.
5:43. Hey, I hear about a
Barbara's travel tips.
And Barbara's travel tips.
And of course, we have to give some refreshing music.
Sure. Barbara, let me give you one. I heard about a child that was suspended from school because he gave another student something to eat, and they were afraid of the germ spreading.
Something to eat.
Yeah, he gave another student something to eat who didn't have lunch. He gave him some of his lunch.
And they suspended him from school?
Yes.
Which school was that?
I forgot the state. But
you have to teach your children not to eat out.
Well, I mean, but Barbara, at the same time, again, Barbara, this is something that's been going on from there.
Do you eat from your somebody give you food to eat, you eat it?
If I know them.
If you know them.
Yeah, if I know them, yeah.
Okay, and if you don't know them, your friend know them and they give you.
No,
you're not eating it.
No, it's
It's too
it's
nammy
tricky.
You must
It's
know
tricky.
that song, it's too nammy nammy.
Too nammy. But Barbara, we go to a restaurant and eat. We don't know them from anywhere.
But
you're gonna pay your money.
Listen, you can't sue them because you have the receipt from with the name on it.
But again,
you need
no.
to play that song.
I would never. Somebody can't walk up to me in the street and say, "Here you go," and me say, "All right." No. it's
Okay, not at all. Not even candy.
No, and
Not even candy.
And if I go to parties and I don't
And they
know the
give you
people
a
having
drink.
the party,
You learn to know that don't take any drink from anybody.
No, you watch the
go to the
bartender make it,
bartender
yes.
and watch them make it. Nobody go and buy. All these ladies that meet these men, or sometimes they meet women nowadays, and they offer them a drink and they go and purchase it from the bar and take it to them.
yes,
Really?
and the ladies try to get us
Really?
tipsy guys to
No,
take
no, no.
advantage. Watch yourselves.
So ladies, do not do that. Barbara's travel tips. And you travel to the Caribbean and you see those men, nice men and not so nice ones, and they're very kind and they want to give you wine and diner and they want to pay for your hotel room. No, thank you. Independent woman. Yes.
Barbara's a problem if you reach Jamaica and you have no hotel room. No.
It's a problem.
You're just
and they want to
wandering.
pay for it.
You just reach and you're wandering.
And you're wondering, yes, I'll walk with my money and my card.
No, that's what I'm saying. If she don't have some place to stay, she
No,
reach
no,
Jamaica and
thank
don't have
you.
some place.
Independent woman.
But she independent. She should be set up with
She
somewhere
should be
already.
set up already. And if she didn't,
She should have called
you
the
still have
number.
money. You still have
718
money.
923 0055.
You're
You
sure
wouldn't be-
right.
You have to worry about no man giving you a hotel. You have your hotel already. You called Barbara already. Right, Barbara?
Exactly. So you book in advance, or you book when you get there. You realize that he really didn't really want to give you a free night stay in the hotel room.
So what is it that he was looking for?
A lot of other free stuff. So
All right.
we won't mention it.
No.
So therefore, you need to be independent and give us a call at 718-923-0055. And of course, when you go along, when you come with the come along, which is September 17th to the 22nd, you can actually your room is reserved.
Right.
Your attraction visit, the sightseeing attractions are all reserved. So the buses just show up and you just get dressed and up on the bus.
Right.
And of course, don't forget, if you're traveling on a come along to any attractions, always take a bathing suit. Don't tell us that you never packed the bathing suit because you were not informed. You must always take a bathing suit and a towel and a wrap. Dress comfortable for attraction. I don't want to see the ladies dressing in high heel shoes and whatever they want to wear. They're wearing that is not comfortable for beach setting.
I'm glad you said bring the bathing suit, because you saw a few times when we were out, it came into play.
Bring the bathing suit.
Right. And of course, we're going to Mayfield Falls. So it's not, we're just going to
Falls.
see, there's pools. So even if you're not going to climb the fall, you can get into one of the natural pools.
Natural and footwear too.
Yes.
You need to bring comfortable footwear.
Yes.
Wear that.
Yes.
Because you can't go on an attraction and wear high heel shoes. That makes sense?
No, I would never wear high heel shoes, Barbara.
Not you.
Never you'll catch me in a high heel shoe. Never.
In the next life.
No, not that one neither.
That's why God don't give you no girl, you know.
That's it. That's
you won't wear high heel shoes.
No.
So listeners of the Drive Time Radio Show, remember to each and every Saturday, you must call a friend and tell the friend to dial 213-992-4219 to listen to us on the Drive Time Radio Show. Or you can listen online at drivetimeradioshow.com or Facebook at Drive Time Radio 930, and of course on YouTube at drivetimeradioshow.com. So it's multiple options for you, and of course the old-fashioned way on the radio on your AM dial WPAT 930 AM. This week we have to thank our sponsors, the Jamaica Tourist Board, the Big Wheel Tire, or Bennett Brooklyn Printers, and of course our real estate quick deal. Quick Deal Home Sales, of course. They're on 1742 Flatbush Avenue. And of course, you must call them at 917-217-4910. And the big deal of today is Yanni's Market. You must remember that Yanni, you see, Yanni product come in, Andy? Because he says that you can take the extra for chicken gunya. So if you're traveling or you know anybody that's living in Jamaica, you go on yannimarket.com and purchase these stuff or call Yanni. Remember, it's Drive Time Radio Show. If you want to speak to us on air, it's 718-280-1511. Now, we're going to do the bottom part of Barbara's Travel Tips. Of course, each and every Saturday. Oh, you're going to do commercial first? Go ahead.
No. Okay. We're going to do one in 20, 30 seconds. Commercial in 20, 30 seconds.
So if they want to go to Nassau for a weekend, they can actually go to Nassau for 2 nights, round trip air, hotel accommodation for 2 nights at $398 per person. The number to call is 718-923-0055. And if you want to add Santo Domingo and you want to brush up and say, I want to learn something different, also come along to Dominican Republic. We can give you excellent rates, all-inclusive, 5-star hotel accommodation, starting from $598. The number to call also is 718-923-0055.
And you can also call that phone number if you just want information. If you want to know what is happening, you can get that here. You don't know when the carnival is in whatever country, you don't know when to book, call the number 718-923-0055.
Oh boy. Tired for go to Jamaica on a borrow people car.
Is it you again, Barbara?
Are you traveling to Jamaica, Kingston, or Montego Bay? Book that car rental online at drivetimevacations.com or call them at 718-923-0055.
Tell them again, Barbara. Tell them again.
You have to book it online, drivetimevacations.com. Or if you don't want to use a computer, call them at 718-923-0055. Them are expert on the car rental thing, you know.
Amen.
Purchase your new or used tires for less. They carry all sizes. Need your tire to be repaired with rim and wheel balancing? Then visit Big Wheel Tire Shop at 423 E 98th Street between Saratoga and Newport and tell them that you heard it on the Drive Time Radio Show to get your discount. Call Big Wheel Tire Shop now at 718-483-8900. That's 718-483-8900. 718-483-8900. And don't forget to mention the Drive Time Radio Show to get your discount.
There's a small part of our island that everyone knows, but there's a whole country that people come to know and always come back to. This is the undiscovered Jamaica. It's a country of mountains and waterfalls and rivers and Jamaicans. Come roam our hills and explore our heritage. Come hear reggae where reggae was born. It's a Jamaica that's more unique, more inviting, more intense. Yes, it's a road less traveled. And that's exactly the point. Come explore the other side of Jamaica, our Jamaica.
Feel alright.
With Digicel, every day's payday. Send Digicel minutes to your family in Jamaica and they get double bonus credit every day. Yes, every day when you send $20 or more worth of Digicel credit. And from Friday to Sunday, they get triple the bonus now when you send just $27 or more. Yes, triple the credit on weekends. See, it's a payday every day with Digicel. Stay connected with your loved ones back home. Send credit today to Jamaica from any authorized retail location or online at www.digicelgroup.com. Conditions apply.
Conditions apply. Thank you, Digicel. Thank you, everybody. Now, I want to remind everybody, of course, that you're hearing us mention Neil, right? You're hearing us mention him. Well, Neil is a person who, like I said, is keeping us attached to the world, basically. You know, he's monitoring our monitoring and has set up all our social media sites, and we give thanks for that. And Neil also, of course, has a radio program at drivetimeradioshow.com, and that's on Thursdays, Throwback Thursday Mix, and that is from 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. DJ PRO Fyaah. All right, that is that. With Neil is Neil. When he's on air, that's DJ PRO Fyaah. All right, same person. Same person.
Wow.
PRO Fyaah.
Gonna give a lot of fire.
Of course, we have to, Barbara.
And of course, you can listen to the DriveTimeRadioshow.com during the week. If you missed Dr. Comrie's segment today on Chicken Gunya in Jamaica with Dr. Fenton Ferguson, which is her brother, right?
Yep.
So now she will be giving us update, and she gave us a great 15-minute segment a while ago on chicken gunya in Jamaica, and how to prevent it and how to treat it. So if you missed it, or you have family members that missed it, you can listen to it on drivetimeradioshow.com. It will be repeated for you, for your friends and families. You can tell them to visit drivetimeradioshow.com, and they can listen to it. Click on the listen live button, and they can also hear it on, if you have Instagram, DriveTime Radio Show, and YouTube, it's drivetimeradioshow.com. And that's YouTube channel, right? YouTube channel, drivetimeradioshow.com, and that's to hear the future and what's happening in Jamaica with the big time chikungunya disease.
And ladies and gentlemen, don't make no mosquito bite you. There's just too many diseases. Avoid them at all costs. Run, people,
run. And mosquito actually follow you too, you know.
They do.
I don't know how, and you can't run faster than them.
No, but that, Barbara, that's because they have so many ways of sensing you. They have sight. They can detect the carbon monoxide coming from your mouth.
Oh my gosh.
They have so many ways of sensing that you're there. Movement. Even your movement. So when you think you're swatting them and move, they just know that has to be something to bite. That's food because it's moving.
There's a carbon dioxide that comes from the mouth, and that sense it. If you kind of just brush your teeth,
maybe if you don't brush your teeth, you might run them. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
oh my gosh,
we at the Drive Time Radio
It's a fun afternoon, right?
It is. It is. Barbara, I want to confess my prejudice. I'm prejudiced. I don't like blue ink.
You don't like blue ink?
No, I'm all right with blue ink. I like black ink, but just don't like blue ink.
So
that's my only prejudice, Barbara.
We
but I have love for everybody, but not blue ink. So there's no blue people, so we can't vex with me.
But guess what happened? This month for October, you're gonna go pink.
Yes,
you're gonna go pink
definite.
because it's breast cancer awareness.
That's
So
right.
all those people over 40, you were informed today by Professor Perry that you should go and do your mammogram. Mammogram is just early detection of breast cancer. That's what you're going to search for, you know. That's a goal to check if I have breast cancer.
Absolutely.
So you can imagine when that comes off your head and you say, boy, I did it and I'm fine. Another year before you come back again and you check it again.
There you
and
go.
it goes up until as long as you live.
So look for my new clinic opening up.
So if you have a breast leak, like blood from the nipple,
I think you should
go check it out.
Yeah, that sounds.
You feel under the underarm, especially right there. Go check it out. A lump right there. Too much deodorant sometimes mimic all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So that is very important. Powder. People love to put powder on their breasts. All these things mimic all kinds of calcifications.
That's the word of the day too, by the way.
Calcification.
Microcalcification. Tomorrow and today, I'm just going to use it all the time. You know, the microcalcifications are just sound big.
It's just small calcium specks, small white specks on the picture. And the mammogram is just a picture of the breast.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
So I hope you've learned everything today. We're going to get out of here. Thank you for tuning in to the Drive Time Radio Show. On behalf of us all, we love you, and please stay safe. Run from the mosquitoes. Watch out for people with British accents and black men and people wearing turbans on their head. And maybe we'll see you next week.
But I'm to watch out for the Rasta man.
No, man, Rasta is good, man.
I'll give thanks and praise unto the Most High, because who should be the closer pretends unto a man? Because all these things are abomination to the Lord God.
The Drive Time Radio Show.
I say, what happened to your skirts and blouses? Why can't I man see you in your dresses? Cause these things unto Judge and all pleases. And every day them are worship vanities. And your greatest lust is jewelries. Mind ya lick you with is easy. Hey, mind ya lick you with is easy. Why? The most dangerous diseases. I said the most dangerous diseases. I'm talking like the elephantitis. The other one is the polymyelitis. Arthritis and the one diabetes. You see, cause every day that I turn the Bible pages. From Proverbs forward to Genesis, from Revelation to Ecclesiastes. But let me tell you, say my wisdom increases, and the loss of the world it decreases. While every day man I build explosives, the corruption of the world it exposes. Mind ya lick you with diseases. Hey, mind ya lick you with diseases. I said the most dangerous diseases. I said the most dangerous diseases. I'm talking like the elephantitis. The other one is the polymyelitis. Arthritis and the one diabetes. You see, while the stars that shines from the galaxies, and it shines on human faces. Hear the cry of the Israelite voices, who once led by the man Moses. Jah, we need your advice. Hey, help us out of the crisis. Hey, Jah, we need your advice. Hey, help us out of the crisis. You see, every day the girls dress up in a trousers. I say, what happened to your skirts and blouses? Why can't I man see you in your dresses? Cause these things unto Judge and not pleases. And every day them are worship vanities. And your greatest lust is jewelry. Hey, Jah, you feel like them with diseases. Jah, you feel like them with diseases. I said the most dangerous diseases. Oh Lord, I'm talking about the dangerous diseases. I'm talking like the elephantitis. The other one is the polymyelitis. Arthritis and the one diabetes. You see, every day that I turn the Bible pages, from Proverbs forward to Genesis, from Revelation